Good evening and welcome to Premier League WIFFLE, live from Hideaway Field in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. In tonight's series, the 3 and 6 Legends take on the 4 and 5 Warbirds. The big story tonight, Trench Picone making his debut for the Legends after being traded from the Sand Vipers. Tonight, I'm joined by reigning Rookie of the Year, Tanner Roundy of the Vaders. How are you doing tonight, Tanner?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful night out, beautiful night for wiffle ball. I'm excited. Great matchup we got going. So I'm excited to see Trench in a new uniform, too. That's going to be quite the sight to see. So,
yeah, Trench surprisingly electing to stick with the baseball pants. Very controversial.
I don't know if I liked that move. I was hoping to see him in some shorts, show off the calves maybe, but he went with the baseball pants.
All right, I am Tom Gannon, joined by Tanner Roundy, and we are just about ready to get underway. A few minutes from first pitch. So let's take a look at that Warbirds lineup. The home team Warbirds tonight. So leading off is Peter Mockabee making the drive down from Upland, California to play with the Warbirds tonight. Batting second is rookie James Perez, a designated hitter. Batting third, the third baseman, Jim Dodos. Batting in the cleanup spot, Buck Burner playing second base. Batting fifth, Sean Merciel playing shortstop. And batting sixth, Matt Petrikis in left field. Their substitutes tonight are KJ LaCroix and Nate Sariski.
And for your visiting Legends, leading off and playing left field, you have Derek Corral. DHing and hitting in the 2-hole, you have Nick Sandstone. In the 3-hole, also DHing, you have Jason Stevenson. On the mound tonight for the Legends to start is going to be Casey Taravella in the 4-hole. You have Billy Osgood in the 5-hole playing shortstop. And a late switch, we have Alex Garcia hitting in that 6th spot instead of Trench.
Yeah, that's right. Bench Trench, White Boy Rick, if he is in the chat, I am sure he is ecstatic to see.
He is definitely benched, I guess. It was a late switch, so.
Should be interesting to see how the Legends use Trench. I'm sure he will be playing third base all night, a Gold Glover at that position.
I'm interested to see if we have him starting pitching tonight. I would assume so, but I don't know. We'll see if he ends up doing that or not. So.
Yep, we shall see. It looks like we are just about ready to get started. A couple minutes away from game time, but they may decide to just get going here. It looks like everybody's ready to go. And get those wiffle points in. Who will win this game? We have a pick'em between the Legends and Warbirds. Looks like there are about 80,000 points on the Warbirds and only 70,000 on the Legends. So if you bet on the Legends, you'll... I'm not sure exactly what the odds are.
You got to be about even. Got to be about even.
Well, I know it's a pick'em as the first pitch is swung on and missed by Derek Corral. But 20,000 more points going on the Warbird side. So the Legends, if they win, those points from the Warbirds will be split up, and they'll actually win more than they bet.
Yeah, last night the ones that last game, they had so much that if you bet on the Owls, you had a crazy amount to win if they won.
And Mockabee strikes out Corral for the first out of the game. That's going to bring up Nick Sansone. Sansone sporting the new hip this season, but off to a bit of a slow start, maybe getting used to it. 56, just a little bit too fast, and that's going to be ball one. Ripped into center field. That's blooping, but KJ LaCroix ranges back in order to make the play for out number 2. It's going to bring Jason Stevenson to the plate. 2 outs, no one on. Big swing and a miss there, 54 miles per hour. Mockabee with that riser that just kind of slows down and hits the brakes as soon as you want to swing at it.
Yep, just that late stop will get you.
Swing and a miss there, gets Stevenson down on strikes. 1, 2, 3 inning for Maccabee and the Warbirds. Off to a good start so far.
If he looks like that all night, we could have a pretty low-scoring game. So let's see if he can keep that up.
A very still night here at the Hideaway. Not much wind. So should have some pretty true outcomes. It's warming up a little bit. Not quite the frigid temperatures we were dealing with in previous weeks. Seems like it's going to be at least comfortable for Game 1. For Games 2 and 3, the temperature may dip.
Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to drop a little bit, so I'm hoping maybe it'll stay warm for the rest of the night, but we may see some colder temperatures for sure.
Here you can see Casey Taravella warming up for the Legends, going to be the starting pitcher. Casey really taking over the ace role toward the end of last season and to start this season.
Yeah, I faced Casey last year. We faced him in the beginning of the year and the end of the year. In the end of the year, he definitely looked a lot better than he did in the beginning. So I think he's been working on a lot of stuff, and he's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think toward the beginning of the year, he was really just throwing mostly sliders still. That was kind of his only pitch, but now working in a bit of a riser, screwball, sinker type combination. And now he's really able to mix it up, and he's staying in the game, too, not walking out.
That is the key. If you can have a couple pitches, that changes the game completely.
Looks like the odds have slightly changed. Warbirds, 130,000 wiffle points. Legends, 80,000. So get those points in. It's a pick'em. Maccabee takes that. I believe that was low.
I got a highlighted message. Please acknowledge Trench's baseball pants.
We actually did at the top of the broadcast.
We did. I was excited to see him not in baseball pants, and he still is.
Yep. Sticking with the baseball pants as Maccabee grounds out to Derek Corral at second base for out number 1. That's going to bring up the rookie James Perez. Perez off to a pretty strong start to his rookie campaign.
Yeah, he's hitting right around 300.
I want to say 294 is his current batting average.
I
really
hope
getting timely hits for these Warbirds.
Yes, he has.
Takes a big hack right there. Unable to come up with anything. I believe that was a knuckleball, the new hot pitch after seeing Billy Santiwan. Everyone's trying to throw one.
I saw quite a few the other night. Everyone's starting to throw it now, so.
Yeah, both Billies. Billy Osgood of the Legends, another one of the best knuckleballs in the league, but he has that big slider, so he doesn't mix it in so often. High drive to left center. It's going back, and Chris Coleman is there to make the catch just a few steps away from the wall.
Rookies don't give home runs. They have to earn that shit.
All right, let's see what Jim can do here. Off to an also very hot start. So
I think Jim's hitting about 500 so far in the season. Incredible start, especially considering the cold, unfavorable batting conditions.
a lot of people are saying this year that 400 is going to be the number. That's going to be the high number, but we'll see if someone can stick around 500. I'm interested to see if they can.
Yeah, with the 55-mile-per-hour limit, I mean, there's guys that can do it. As Jim rips one to dead center, home run over the pocket radar sign, a no-doubter off the bat of Jim Dodos.
And just like that, he keeps it up.
82-mile-per-hour exit velocity on that, right back where it came from. And Dodos gets these Warbirds on top 1-0.
I expect to see that from him all night tonight, and I'm hoping Perez can get on for him a couple times.
As Buck bloops one to third, Pacone is there for the out. Makes the catch. And that's going to end the inning. I see some Dodos for MVP in the chat, and I think right now he's probably the favorite.
I like that as well. I think with him pitching as well, I know some people think it should be just hitting, but being that most valuable as well, you know, but his hitting has just been too good currently.
Yeah, a true two-way player, even really a three-way player. I believe Jim is a two-time Gold Glove winner.
Yes, indeed. I remember he won it last year for sure out there. Looks good every time, pretty consistent.
A lot of range, a lot of plays that I might be diving for. Jim just gets there on his feet. He's got a very quick first step in left field. .57 may have hit the bottom foam, may have hit the strike zone. Doesn't matter. Just above that 55-mile-per-hour speed limit. Rips it to left field, and that's going to be a home run. Casey Taravella ties the game with a solo shot to left field.
Just like that, we have a tie game, folks.
Taravella, probably a dark horse candidate for MVP. Really stepping up, another one of those players that can really do it all.
Yeah, I can't say I remembered his bat last year, but watching him this year, it's come alive too. Both his pitching and hitting has truly come alive this year, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's great to see. Really putting it all together here in 2022. That's going to bring up Billy Osgood, and it looks like that was fouled off of his face. So that's going to be a foul ball. Let's check out the replay here.
Oh.
Luckily, that's not a baseball.
Can confirm I have done that with a baseball. It's not pretty, and it doesn't feel good.
Good eyes, 58 that time. 2-2.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Maccabee gets another strikeout, and that will be out number one. That brings Alex Garcia to the plate. Ground ball right back to Maccabee. He picks it up, throws onto the backstop for out number two.
Well, he bounced back real quick here. Got 2 quick outs, so let's see if he can get his third, but he bounced back real quick after that home run.
Yeah, Maccabee, a wiffle ball veteran. He's been playing for about 20 years, and he's been in just about every situation, so not usually one that's fazed by a solo homer.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This Warbirds team is a different animal when Maccabee's in attendance, as he gets corralled to wave and miss at that one.
Yeah,
51.
I can't say I saw him last year. We played him both times, never saw him, so I'm interested to see it in person this time.
And another weak ground ball back to Maccabee, and that's going to end the inning. Yes, I believe Maccabee only played about 6 games in the fall season, was not playoff eligible, but I believe they are looking to get him to as many Thursday series as possible and get him eligible for the spring season playoffs. 20 games for playoff eligibility this season.
Yeah, we've been working on getting some guys in for that reason. You know, the end of the season can come quick, so getting guys in early is key. So see if we can't get all of our guys playoff eligible by the end of the year.
Yeah, another out-of-town player and fast pitch teammate of Peter Maccabee, Randy Dalby, actually had a flight delayed during his last trip out here, was able to get here for Game 2, but he had planned 7 trips to play a 3-game series, and he missed Game 1. So now, if he misses another game, he's going to have to make another trip because he's got to get those 20 games played.
That could get interesting with all these flight delays we're having everywhere.
Yeah.
So he may be booking another flight.
As Taravella misses inside with the knuckleball, Sean Merciel leading it off for the Warbirds. Sean rips one to short, knocked down by Ethan Wigfield. Trench picks it up and throws onto the backstop in time for out number one. Taravella freezes Petricus there. Now way ahead in the count, 0-2. Look for something funky here. Looks like a knuckleball. And it is a knuckleball.
Ooh, he just missed low there.
Am I allowed to do that? I'm looking at center field. I wonder if Patricus can hear me.
Ooh.
Fouls that one off.
You know, I don't know. I can't hear I can't hear the commentators when I'm out there or when I'm hitting, so I don't know.
It's a unique ability to get locked in. I feel like I always hear them when I'm batting. As Patricus bloops that one into right field off the hands of Osgood for a base hit. Billy almost able to get there, but not quite.
We now have a runner on first with one out here for the top of the lineup.
Peter Mockabee trying to help his own cause here.
Hey, make sure we get one here. Let's go. Hold the pair.
Fouls that one off. Taravella again ahead, 0-2. Trying to stay ahead of batters. Gets Mockabee to chase the screwball. And that is going to be out number 2.
Here brings up rookie Perez. See what he can do here. See if he can get dodos here in that bat.
That last screwball from Taravella was nasty. Just ran away from Mockabee. With these unscuffed balls, you're not used to seeing too many screwballs, but the Legends have 2 screwballers.
Yeah, no, not at all. There it is again, too, so.
Showing good command of the zone early in this game. But the thing is, Tanner, you can lose it so quickly.
Yes, you can, and I've been a victim of that this year. So you can definitely lose it very quick.
Yeah, it's funny that sometimes one of the worst things is when your offense puts together a huge rally and you have a long delay before you go back out there, and then you go back out there and you just can't find it. As Perez grounds it back to Taravella on to second. And he's going to get the third out of the inning. He might have thought there was only one out there, getting the lead runner instead of firing it to the backstop.
Perez swinging at ball 4 there. We almost got dodos there. I would have liked to see him take that pitch and get your 3-hole there that's been raking. So
not only getting dodos to the plate, but also with Taravella already having a walk, so he would maybe be a little more careful about hitting the strike zone, may accidentally hang one. Dodo's not the guy you want to do that to, so great job by Taravella to get out of that inning without walking somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. If he, that's the key in this league. If you can't walk, if you can just throw strikes, you stay away from that first walk. It helps a lot because then you can throw a little more than you want. Here in the top of the second inning is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're buying or selling a home, now you have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. You can connect with Leilani on Instagram. That is her handle up on the screen there. If you search that on Instagram, it will take you directly to her page.
Leilani Acuna, realtor. And looks like we are ready to get started here. In the top of the third, ground ball to Merciel. He eats that up and throws onto the backstop. I believe that ball was 85 miles per hour off the bat of Sansone. As you can see, the exit velocity down there on your screen. Anything hit up the middle is going to read just like the pitch coming in. Stevenson just says he got him twice on that, gets him a third time.
Yes, he has.
Fights that one off. We'll stay alive here. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Mockabee able to get the second out there and looking great so far tonight.
Absolutely. I've seen a good 3 or 4 different pitches, all for strikes. They all look good, so.
Another 160, just a little bit too fast there. And I think last year, a lot of times Mockabee would come down and walk out early after that long drive. So I think he's been practicing a little bit more in the backyard to make sure he's able to find that zone, and he has been all over it tonight as they make the play for the third out. LaCroix and Merciel on that left side of the infield. LaCroix knocking it down, and Merciel seems like he's been automatic this season with that throw.
Quick inning for him there. Yeah, the drive can definitely get you. I know that that jet lag, that car ride, that can get you. It's a different animal getting off a bus or a car and then having to go play some games.
Absolutely. But Maccabee, a traveling wiffle ball player, used to it. But also Maccabee normally plays with the scuff balls. I believe this is the first league that he's played in that uses just the brand new ball right out of the package. So I think between last season and this season, he's been getting a few more bullpens in, getting used to that brand new ball, and he seems to have great command of it tonight.
Yeah, I threw one of those scuff balls the other day, and it is a different animal. So if this is the only time you throw a non-scuff ball, it is going to take some getting used to.
It's almost like throwing a different type of ball. All right, it is a different type of ball, but, You've got some experience with the blitz ball as Dodos rips one right to Pacone. He picks it up and throws on for the out. Dodos absolutely ripped that, but Pacone paying dividends early after that trade in his Legends debut, taking away a hit. That was hit 85 miles per hour off the bat of Dodos. Higher exit velocity than his home run to center.
Yeah, that you can see that from time to time, though. The exit velocity and some of those ground balls are sometimes a lot harder.
.51 freezes burner. And Taravella also showing great command tonight, filling up that zone. Seems like we've got just about no wind, so good conditions to pitch.
Goes a little hot there. I like it. Now I think he's going to come back with that slow screwball in the inside half.
And it kind of stayed outside. I think that's what he was trying to do, Tanner.
I think so, too. I think that's the move. You see that with a lot of guys in this league. AK being one of them last night, throwing 91 and then coming back with that slow little sidearm screwball.
51 on that last pitch. Gets burner. And Merciel flares that one to shortstop Ethan Wickfield there for out number 3. And we are still tied at 1 apiece. Dodos and Taravella with solo shots on each side.
I see a lot of trade talks in here. What are your thoughts on the Sand Vipers' moves so far this year?
I think we are going to find out tomorrow. Our free agent Chip makes his debut against the Lightning, Jordan Keegan. We will see how he fares. I think if he shows up, he's going to be very good. But there's always that question mark of attendance. You never know which guys are going to show up when.
No, you do not. And I'm excited to see it as well tomorrow night. See a new look Sand Vipers. So we'll see how that fares. I think it's going to be pretty good, though. I think with you and Tanik having all 18 innings, I think that those it's going to be tough to hit still.
Yeah, we just got to make sure that we don't double count too many innings with pitching changes. Got to be sure not to walk out. And hopefully Kenny, our other free agent Chip, Kenny McDowell, will get some innings, as well as Justin Hicks, perhaps. And Roundy with the great play as Osgood fouls that back into the booth. He reached over onto the field to bring that one back.
Yeah, those long arms help. They help a lot.
Maccabee gets Osgood swinging at 56. Gets him to chase speed. Obviously tough to tell there with Maccabee throwing a pitch that slows down a lot and Osgood being ahead of it, so the speed really probably wasn't much of a factor there.
Yeah, he's been throwing a little hot, and then you throw that slow stuff, and it's...
And Garcia rips that to center field. Dodo slides and keeps that off of the wall, saves the double. Garcia will be on base with a base hit, single.
Can't say I've ever seen one of those get by Dodos out there for a double, so...
Yeah, Dodos with that one of the quickest first steps in the league. Natural outfielder. Played baseball for years. That's going to bring Derek Corral to the plate with 1 on, 1 out. Rips that one down the line, foul.
So far, the 2 runs have been home runs. I'm interested to see if that's going to be the story for the rest of the night as well.
It feels like we've got conditions for some low-scoring games tonight.
Yes, it does feel that way. Even though it's warm, the ball still isn't carrying as much as it normally does.
Rip to shortstop. Merciel knocks it down. Flips to second for 1. Perez, the throw is going to be wide. You've got to hit that center panel on a double play, but 4.31 may have had a little bit more time than he thought on that, as he had that quick release. Still 67 on the throw home. Pretty impressive, despite kind of just short-arming it.
Yeah, he just missed a little outside, but still, yeah, still some velo on that.
Sansone flares that to short. KJ LaCroix catches that for out number 3. And still knotted at ones as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Warbirds looking to get themselves on top here against Taravella.
Pitching has been the story so far, and I'm interested to see if we can get a walk or 2 going here, kind of make things interesting. I'm looking for a little more patience from the hitters here.
Yeah, the hitters helping both pitchers out a little bit. Swinging at pitches they think they can hit, but giving the pitchers a little bit of help. I think a little more patient approach, maybe what they need to get one of these guys out of the game. Although, I mean, if you walk Taravella out, they've got Osgood, they've got Trench, they've got Stevenson, and then if you walk out Maccabee, they've got Petricus, who's at the plate now, Dodos.
Yeah, there's times in this league where you have a pitcher on the mound where you don't want him to walk out, so you are swinging at things just to keep him in the game.
And even if you're facing an ace, as Petricus fouls that down the first base line, even if you're facing a team's ace, it may be in your best interest to keep him in the game because the guys in your lineup have had 2-3 at-bats against him.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing a guy a couple times helps.
Sometimes changing that pitch, obviously sometimes changing that pitcher can be a big momentum swing, but other times changing that pitcher makes you have to start all over as a hitter.
Looks like we have a full count here, 3-2. See if we can see our first walk of the night.
Petricus fouls that off. Keeps this going. He's going to have to come at him again. A lot of guys in this league are great at just fouling pitches off, fighting him off with that full count until the pitcher can't get one over, can't throw strikes forever. As he flies that into right, but Corral makes it look easy going over the shoulder there. Great play by Derek Corral.
That's a great play there. A little over-the-shoulder football catch.
Turns around quickly, reads the ball well. Obviously, the wiffle ball, not really one to carry, so it hangs up there for him, and that's going to bring up Peter Maccabee. Misses way inside, maybe throwing at him. Maybe got the sign from the dugout to throw at this guy.
I have thrown at a few guys. It does happen.
Misses outside. Taravella now behind in the count. Rips that one foul. Able to stay alive.
And does he throw the screwball here, 2-2? I want to say he's going to throw it, but looking at that first walk, I don't think he...
Looks like that was a knuckleball. Trying to mix it up. Maccabee, a veteran hitter, has seen just about every pitch. Grounds that one back to Taravella, knocks it down, stumbles a bit, but still plenty of time to get out number 2. And that's going to bring the rookie, Jimmy Perez, up to the plate with 2 outs, trying to get something going for this Warbirds team.
Another situation with him up at 2 outs, trying to get to Dodos. I want to see him get to Dodos here, see a high-pressure situation, maybe see some runs scored.
Yeah, get Dodos in a bat with a runner on base. If he makes this out, Dodos is going to have to lead off. Base is empty. And that solo home run, the only run-scoring play for the Warbirds tonight. Gets Perez with... Was that a knuckleball?
It was sidearm. It might have been a little...
Let's take a look at that replay. It's tough. It looks like a knuckleball, I think. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
I think it was a knuckleball. It was indeed. There's a very
Drop a
trending
comment in the
pitch.
chat. What do you think that pitch was? Was it knuckleball or was it something else?
Looks like the chat wants Trench to continue to rock the baseball pants the rest of the year. That's what it's looking like.
I wonder if he's going to start a trend, if any of those Legends guys are going to start wearing baseball pants as well. I believe a couple of them did in seasons past, but a lot of teams electing to go with the sweatpants or the shorts, get that sort of relaxed fit.
Yeah, if you're an outfielder, maybe I can maybe see some, they'll help baseball pants with the sliding out there, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of these guys wearing too much of baseball pants on the Legends.
I think they do look sharp on the stream. My only real complaint is that I feel like I'm adjusting the belt the whole game long.
Yeah, I don't miss those days. Ooh.
57, just a little bit too hot. Maccabee doesn't throw a pitch that really looks hot, so sometimes can get away with those, as his pitches slow down quite a bit on the way to the plate. That one right at 55.
Tones it down just a little bit. 55 there. Back gets back to even 2-2 here.
Big swing and a miss. Gets Stevenson down on strikes. Another one at 56. And that's going to bring up Casey Taravella as the only RBI for the Legends tonight.
Can he do it again?
Trying to do it all himself tonight. If he could hit another one and hold down the Warbirds for 2 more innings. Rips it high. That looks like it might stay in the yard, but it's just going to keep carrying over the container into the palm trees. Casey Taravella hits an absolute moonshot, and that may be one of the highest home runs I've ever seen here at the Hideaway that didn't get blown out by the wind. That ball just carried, kept spinning.
We lost it above the booth here. We both, you had us leaning over to see it. It was that high, so.
That ball dropped down, and I thought it wasn't even going to make it out, but curved from a pop-up into a line drive maybe up there in the stratosphere. Rips that one up the middle. Tough play from Merciel. What a stop, the throw. And he just makes that look effortless. That ball had a ton of spin on it. He's able to smother it, doesn't need to knock it down. Just grabs it and throws onto the backstop, hits the middle panel.
He makes some great plays up the middle. I mean, they're just, he makes the hard ones look routine almost.
Alex Garcia fouls that one back. Yeah, Merciel struggled a little bit at the beginning of last season with those throws, spiking a few of them, but cleans it up, ends up winning a Gold Glove, and don't hit it at that guy. Merciel able to get the final out of the inning. But Casey Taravella taking over this game, hits his second solo shot of the night, and he's going to go back out there.
Yeah, so far, a little bit of a one-man show from the Legends, but sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, Trench Pacone playing some good defense as well. Ethan Wakefield, Derek Corral making a couple of nice plays. But Casey Taravella really showing that he can take over a game. Let's see if he can finish it off here. Just 6 outs to go.
6 outs, these could be very quick, or these can feel like the longest outs of the game by far, so.
Yep. The pitcher's mound can be a lonely place, but we'll see. Legends still have a lot of good options in that bullpen, especially with the addition of Trench Pacone, who you see right there on your screen, recently traded from the Sand Vipers over to the Legends. And Jim Dodos leading it off in the bottom of the 5th.
Let's see if he can keep up the trend and maybe tie this game with his solo bomb, and they can go back and forth the rest of the night.
Yeah, that would be quite... Oh, line drive right up the middle. Doesn't get under it enough. Gets that 80-mile-per-hour exit velo again. Jim Dodos, one of the strongest swingers in the league. The ball just jumps off his bat as he rips that one up the middle for a single. Buck Burner pops that one up to Wigfield. Wigfield makes the catch for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Sean Merciel with 1 on and 1 out. And he wears number 1.
Looking for him to go oppo here. I think early on, when I saw him last year, he was taking a lot of things oppo, had some power oppo.
Really going with the pitch, being able to see it deep into the zone. He's able to lay off that one just above the strike zone at 50 miles per hour.
Same dice.
Was swinging for extra bases for sure on that one.
Yeah, quite the big swing there. 2-1, I could see it.
A knuckleball from Taravella dances out of the zone. Merciel able to lay off.
Just like that, we see another 3-2 count here. See if we can move a runner into second base here. Get things interesting.
Pops that one. And Decal's going to call it. Makes the catch. Got 2 down. Matt Petricus for the Warbirds, trying to take advantage with Dodos on first base. Another huge hack, 54, but that one looked a little bit quicker.
Yeah, some of these guys can do that. Some of these guys have that ability to throw a 54 that definitely looks about 60.
And the reason for that, he's throwing that slider with a lot of spin on it. And if you have the holes pointed up and you put a lot of spin on it, that ball won't slow down very much.
No, not at all.
The pocket radar reads the ball right out of your hand in that first about foot or foot and a half. So if it's 54 out of your hand, as he gets him with the knuckleball, that was filthy. Let's see that replay. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That ball changed its mind about halfway to the plate.
As a hitter,
right
there's
at
not
55
much.
too.
Let's pick him up. Let's go. Let's pick him up.
As a hitter, there's not much you can do there. That's
Absolutely freezes Petricus. And he gives a nod at Taravella, able to get out of the inning. And we head to the top of the 6th, 2-1. How's it going? I'm Tom Gannon.
I'm
He's Tanner Roundy.
We're that knuckleball has been trending up, and I don't know if I'm excited to start facing him.
Yeah, you got Billy Santi one on your team, so you don't have to face that knuckleball at least. But definitely a lot of pitchers have kind of shown it in the past, but people looking to it a lot more after seeing what Billy's been doing with just that one pitch.
Absolutely, it can make that one pitch can make a huge difference, and that's all he throws. So if people can start developing that, I think we're going to see that.
Are these dudes brothers? We got the evil twins up in the booth tonight.
We're not sure yet. We haven't taken one of those DNA tests or anything yet.
Probably worth doing. Maybe we'll have to do that at some point.
Yeah, we could see that in the future.
We may share an ancestor.
We could,
You
down
never
the
know.
line. Down the line somewhere.
It's like Derek Corral ready to lead things off here for the Legends. Rips that one into the gap, but Jim Dodos closes the gap. Does that little patented behind-the-back throw into the pitcher. And that's going to bring up Nick Sansone with 1 out. Mockabee trying to keep this a 1-run game, give the Warbirds a good chance in the bottom of the 6th.
An insurance run here would be nice, but that 2-1 with the way Casey's looking does look like a pretty safe bet, but I think we're going to see Dodos in the bottom half of the inning, so I would...
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Warbirds definitely going to want to get something going here. But the Legends still with a chance to add some insurance. Just 1 out. And Sansone pokes that one out. Is it going to fall? Dodos again ranges over to make the play. Dodos showcasing his range to both directions tonight on back-to-back plays.
Yes, can we see 3? Do we see 3 here?
Looks like he's covering from 113 to the foul line over there. Great job from Dodos as that's ripped right down the line. Looks like it's a foul ball. KJ makes the play. Ground ball. Tough to tell on the replay. But we've got the replay up on the screen, and it looks like they're going foul ball.
was a close one there.
Yep. Little lull in play there, talking about that whether that was fair or foul, but it looks like they're going to play on. Foul ball. And Mockabee misses away. 1 and 2, 2 outs. And he gets Stevenson to strike out, and doesn't really matter there. Either way, they get the out. Mockabee adding a strikeout to his stats.
Here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Can the Warbirds answer here?
And the last chance for the Warbirds. Just a 1-run deficit. They can plate someone here. They'll tie the game. And they've even got a chance to walk it off here in the bottom of the last inning. Game 1.
We've seen a lot of late inning heroics lately in some series, so let's see if the Warbirds can cook up some magic themselves.
Yeah, the Warbirds looking to improve to 500 here. It would be 5 and 5 if they were able to come out of here with a win. As you see, Wigfield throwing 74 down from second base, practicing that double play throw.
It's pretty good. 74, it doesn't seem that hard, but it is pretty hard with a wiffle ball.
Peter Mockabee leading it off. Trying to save himself from the losing pitching decision here.
My ball. My bad. I was so used to them throwing it out to you. You've been throwing it out the ball. I know. I'm not that smart.
A little bit too hot there. Taravella getting ahead in the count again. Goes with that screwball at 57. Now it's a 2-2 count. Mockabee a tough hitter. Rips that one, and that's going to drop into right field just in front of Billy Osgood for a base hit. And that brings up James Perez, the rookie, here in a big spot. Nobody out, 1 on, and Jim Dodos on deck.
I'm looking to see some sliders, some hard sliders. Try to get a ground ball here. Try to see if we can get that double play. Bring Jim up with no one on.
Yeah, you do not want to give Jim a chance to win this game. Perez rips that through the 5-6 hole. That's going to be a single. Is it going to get to the wall? No. First and second for Dodos, the tying run in scoring position. And a double, a clean double that gets to the wall without a fielder touching it would walk things off for the Warbirds.
Here we go. Things get interesting. We got no outs still, so a lot to still come here.
I believe Taravella still hasn't walked a guy. What do you think about using it here?
I like it, but then a clean single wins the game, so...
He rips that one. There's a clean single right there. That's going to score Mockabee to tie the game. Perez goes first to third. And the winning run on third base with nobody out. They've got that tag-up play in play now. And Buck Burner looking to end the game here.
One swing away here.
And Brad Ogden letting his infielders know they cannot attempt the double play. Attempting the double play would mean a walk-off for the Warbirds. They'll have to hold that ball at second base. 53 right off the bottom bar.
Tink at 53 there. That's a big pitch. Moves it to 2 strikes.
Knuckleball pops that up. Taravella hustles off the mound, but unable to get into foul ground to make that catch. Still ahead 1-2. A couple of pitches to play with here, but knuckleball misses low, 54 miles per hour. Let's see what he comes with next. Drops down to the side, pops him up, makes the catch.
All right,
That's
just
going
like
to be
that.
out number 1. So now the double play, if they turn a double play, that would end the inning and send us to extras. But if they attempt the double play and don't get it, ball game.
Correct. If you miss with that double play, the runner on third will score. So I know that some people say to throw it, some people don't. Mine in this situation would be don't throw it.
I think you need to have a lot of time to throw it. Another play I talked about last time I was in the booth. If there's a one-hopper back to Casey, he could flip to second, and they could flip back to him for the shorter double play throw if they have time.
I like
it hits
that
at
idea.
57, just a little bit too hot. Because if Taravella throws it at 95 miles per hour, he's probably going to hit the middle panel. Ground ball.
Here's that play.
They're just going to hold it. Looks like they're going to eat it at second base. Looking the runner from third back, not attempting to go for the double play. And there's really no way to get that runner. The runner on third basically going on the throw. And, you know, it being baseball, the throw to home is really a throw to first. So no way to knock that runner down.
Could we see some free wiffle ball right here?
I'm sure that's what the Legends are hoping for. Matt Petricus looking to take advantage, and he hits a single up the middle. That's going to score Perez from third and win the game for the Warbirds. The Warbirds walk it off 3-2, and Taravella unable to win the game himself for the Legends. They're going to need someone else to step up in game 2.
Just like that, we see another late inning magic, another walk-off.
Right up the middle. A lot of great games here. Thanks for tuning in for Game 1 here at Hideaway Field, Premier League Wiffle. We will be right back for Game 2 just ahead. How's it going, guys? We've got Game 2 just ahead. I'm here, Tom Gannon, with my evil twin, Tanner Roundy.
Yes, indeed.
Also known as Bizarro Tom. Kind of living in my shadow, huh?
Yeah, I've been trying to get that. It's Evil Tom, and I was like, no, Tom's,
Maybe I'm the evil one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe you are.
Sandviper is kind of becoming the bad guys of the league with that Trench trade. A lot of fans upset Adam traded Trench.
Yeah, I honestly, I was not expecting that at all. That's kind of the last thing I expected to see when I saw that there was a trade, but I understand it. I understand we're going to see Trench a lot more now. I'm excited for that.
Trench going to get some more innings, that's right. With the Legends, maybe the Game 2 starter, not really sure what they're going in with. Looks like they're discussing it down at the field. And get your wiffle ball points in. Looks like it is a bit of a lopsided bet right now. If we could get the guys in the control room to click over on that prediction over on the top right-hand side of the screen. It looks like Warbirds, 33,000 points. Legends, 12,000 points. Get those wiffle ball points in. Who will win this game? We've got another pick'em and a walk-off win for the Warbirds, but it looks like the fans think the Warbirds are going to carry that momentum from the walk-off right into Game 2. Looks like they've got the advantage wiffle ball points. But if you bet your points on the Legends, it's 15,000 to 70,000. So you're going to win a lot more points betting on the Legends side right now, unless those points even out, obviously.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think we had some Warbirds bettors sweating a little bit there at the end. It's getting a little tight.
Yep. The wiffle ball points just always seem... You know, sometimes when the line doesn't seem good, you realize at the end of the game it was a perfect line.
Yes.
A lot of fifth, sixth inning sweating the line here in Premier League Wiffle.
We have if it is even money, it looks like we do have Jim Dodos hanging out around the mound, so that may be our guy for Game 2. No idea on the Legends yet, though. So
yeah, the Legends look like they may still be discussing it over there. They are the away team here on the Warbirds home Thursday. So we will see who they throw out there in the bottom of the inning. I think it's probably going to be Trench Pacone. What do you think?
I like that. I like Trench. Get him in here in the second game. See if he's got that magic. I think he's going to have a little bit of magic tonight.
Although Pacone, the Game 3 starter for the Sandvipers, so perhaps he's comfortable in that role, would prefer to be the starter for Game 3, but perhaps we see a relief appearance. Trench, yet to bat, yet to pitch for the Legends. So technically does not get a game played there in Game 1.
That is true. We saw him in the field, but no game played because he did not
Obviously,
hit.
no one's worried about Trench being playoff eligible. 54-game season. He's likely to be at all of them. Should have no issues getting those 20 games played.
Looks like we just got the matchup in, and it is going to be Dodos and Osgood.
Billy Osgood getting the start for the Legends. Billy, the workhorse for the Legends early in their PLW franchise. Kind of been the Game 3 starter usually for them so far.
Yeah.
This season hasn't really seen that many innings. We've seen a lot more of Taravella. We've seen a lot more of Jason Stevenson, even JT Church, as you can see over there on the screen.
Yeah, they got a lot of pitching. Now I'm interested to see who they go Game 3. Do we see Trench? They do still have Stevenson, so...
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things shake out. Looks like Jim Dodos warming up for the Warbirds. He'll be getting the start, and looks like we still got a lopsided wiffle ball point bets. Get those wiffle points in before it's too late. 111,000 on the Warbirds, 70,000 on the Legends, so a good value on that Legends side. Looks like it's going to be another close game.
Yeah, I expect to see another game like we just did with these two guys on the mound, both experienced, both know how to get outs. So I'm interested to see if that keeps up.
There you see KJ doing his best James Stein impression, tying his shoe over at shortstop.
I did just feel a wind gust at my back. It blew a piece of paper here, so we may be seeing some wind. It might change things up a little bit on how the ball's flying.
The tide often changes here during games 2 and 3. The sun setting, that desert cold coming, that nighttime cold coming in. I may be putting a sweatshirt on by the end of this game.
Yeah, we could see a quick temp drop. We'll see what happens.
Here in the desert. And something Dodos actually said to me yesterday. Las Vegas, Nevada, very sneaky high elevation. I believe we're something like 4,000 feet. I could be making that up. I don't know the actual elevation, but
I believe
higher than
right.
we think. We're surrounded by mountains. Don't think we're way up there, but...
I think you're right, because we
there.
do see some snow in parts of this valley, and I think that is because of that elevation that we have, even though it is not, it doesn't feel like it. We're in a valley, a lot of mountains, but...
Yeah. Those mountains are way up there. We're still up there. And it looks like we are just about ready to get started. Derek Corral leading it off for the Legends in Game 2. Let's do this. Rips it opposite field. That's going to drop in front of Matt Petricus. In right field, that's going to be a base hit to start the game, and Dodos is a veteran. He'll probably be able to settle down, but you like to see the Legends jumping right on him. That first pitch of the game, and the second pitch ripped up the middle by Nick Sansone, and it looks like that goes off the rookie Perez and into the wall. It's going to be second and third. Nobody out, just 2 pitches into this game, and Dodos has found himself in trouble.
Just like that, we see some offensive life from the Legends. Let's see if they can keep that up and start scoring some runs.
The Legends clearly not happy about that walk-off last game, but Stevenson, weak ground ball, stays foul. Dodos kicks it to make sure that is officially in foul territory. Sometimes you see those balls just keep spinning and go fair, and if it goes fair after 5 seconds, that's going to be an infield single. Swing and a miss. Dodos bounces back and gets the strikeout.
That was a big screwball there. I think Stevenson's the victim of the nasty pitches of the night. Sometimes there's that one guy, like Trench said last night, that just gets the tough end of the stick.
The wiffle ball roulette. As a pitcher, I feel like there's always that one guy I feel like I'm throwing my best stuff to. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Rips it the other way. Taravella red hot. 2 home runs in the first game. The tough luck loser on the mound rips a double. That's going to score 2. And the Legends jump out to a 2-0 lead here. And they've still got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Billy Osgood at the plate.
I'm looking for Dodos to settle in here. I mean, damage has been done, but I expect him to get out of this now.
54 outside half of zone. Big bender from Dodos, able to get ahead in the count here. First base open. Let's see what he comes with.
I see a highlighted message here, Kitchen Rug. It can. I mean, Dodos is known for the big curveballs, the big sliders, so going in, that is what you're expecting.
The Legends have an advanced scouting department.
Yeah, because, even a lot of these guys are watching all week. They've seen everything.
And Osgood swings and misses there. Manager Brad Ogden for the Legends also says he's got a spray chart of including every game in PLW history. He went back and rewatched all the ones on YouTube, going all the way back to the spring season, and he's got a spray chart for just about every batter in this league. Look to see what the Legends defense comes with in this series.
I'm interested to see that. I want to see if that's true or not. I don't need to look at him.
Brad could have been BSing, but I think he's actually got a spray chart. Says he doesn't get much sleep. And it's because he's always thinking about wiffle ball. Dodos in on the hands. Alex Garcia fouls that one off. 2-2, 2 out, 2-0. Man on second. Big swing and a miss right at 55. Dodos gets out of the inning, but the damage already done. Taravella with the 2-run double. And the Legends are up 2-0.
See if the Warbirds can answer here. We're seeing new pitching, so we'll see what happens. Osgood, I think they also know what's coming from Osgood. I'm sure they've seen him a couple times.
Yep,
so.
Billy Osgood, the real workhorse for that Legends, but that also means a lot of the hitters in this league have faced Osgood several times, so they're familiar with him. And let's see how that works out. He's got that big curveball. Holds those holes kind of facing down, similar to Maccabee's riser, but more over the top. Kind of a big slider. There you see the Titanic Field sign out there in right center. Scoreboard has had electrical issues over the years, burning in the 120-degree heat all summer.
Yeah.
Not great for electronics out here.
Gets a little warm out here in the summer.
A little toasty. A little bit toasty.
Yeah, getting in the car sometimes here, everything's on fire.
56, Maccabee able to take ball one off the strike zone, but we've got that 55-mile-per-hour limit on called strikes here in Premier League Wiffle. Slows it down to 53, gets Maccabee to reach out. Probably looking to go the other way with that pitch.
Looks like we got Lohman subscribing from the Golden Knights game.
Ground ball right back to Osgood. He picks it up, throws onto the backstop for out number one. Maccabee with another ground ball back to the pitcher, and that's going to bring up the rookie, Jimmy Perez, batting second in this Warbirds lineup. 54 gets the big slider, and the rookie has not faced Osgood yet.
Yeah, he might be in for a little bit of a treat here.
Getting a little lesson. Oh, but he rips that one to center. Taravella right there to make the play. Good thing about Taravella not being pitching is that you've got the advantage of having him in that outfield. Covers a lot of ground. Similar to Dodos, being able to go cover practically both sides of the outfield by himself. And Dodos gets his bat down just in time. I think that hit him in the back instead of the bat. But
that came close.
That was close. I wasn't sure there. Misses outside, falls behind, 2-1. Rips that one up the middle. Dodos has got himself another base hit. That's going to bring Buck Burner to the plate with 2 outs. Warbirds trying to tack a run on here. Answer back from that 2-run first inning the Legends had. That one looks like it went off the forearm of Burner for ball one. Just misses inside. That was a close one.
That was very, very close.
pops that one up. Picone takes over there, calls for it, and gets the out to end the inning.
That big slider from Osgood can give you some issues because it breaks a lot. So he starts it at you, and it breaks and hits that inside bar. So your hands, you get really fisted sometimes. You got to get the hands out.
Very tough pitch to read as a hitter. A lot of late movement. Sometimes you think it's, I'm a lefty, so I guess I don't have that problem. But as a righty, sometimes it looks like it's going to hit you right in the shoulder, and you're waiting for it to hit you, and then it takes a left turn and goes right into the strike zone.
Yeah, I have been victim. Many have been victims sometimes to that. But after you see it a couple times, you normally get used to it.
Billy Osgood, Jason Walker. Trying to think who else throws it. Trench Picone throws a similar pitch.
Yes, he does.
Jonathan Wilson, another guy with that big, slow curveball.
Yeah, you see a couple guys with that big curveball.
I think Leday throws it from the left side. Not a big fan of facing him. Luckily, it was windy when we faced him last, so it didn't seem like he had command of that pitch.
I don't mind. I guess for you, it's, I like seeing lefties. Always have. But there's heavy righties in this league on the mound, so.
Yep. I do love being left-handed. I get to see that pitch come into me rather than picking it up over my shoulder and then trying to hit it. That does not seem fun. Being a right-hander in this league, not a good time.
Yeah, you might see me featuring a lot more left-handed hitting here.
Yeah, you look pretty good. I believe you got a hit off Trench, right?
I had a hit off Trench. I felt pretty good the other night. I should have featured it a long time ago, but I think I'm going to trend into using it a lot more.
Yeah, and the more you use it, the better that swing's going to start looking. You can tell you're a righty when you're up there lefty. As Decal rips one to third off KJ. Merciel's going to make a try, but way over 5 seconds, and that's going to be a base hit for Corral.
For those of you just tuning in, the Warbirds walked off the Legends in Game 1 in the bottom of the 6th.
Great game. 3-2 final. A little back and forth.
Yeah. Casey looked good. He had 2 home runs last game. See if he can keep that up.
Complete game. Although not the complete game you want, as Dodos hits 58. And I think Sansone was fooled on that. Gets a little bailed out by the radar gun as Jim throws a pitch that slows down a lot. So that probably didn't look over 55. Dodos falls behind. Sansone, not the guy you want to just get one over to. As he comes with 56. Sansone maybe taking all the way there, trying to get a walk on Dodos, as Dodos has been pitching very well so far this season for the Warbirds.
The classic 56.
56. That's a heartbreaker as a pitcher sometimes. I'm glad that I kind of stick in the 48 to 52 range most of the time. I think you're kind of the same way.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of velo from me. 58 is about my max.
Misses low with that, yeah. And I think, as a pitcher, I'm really trying to stay under that 55 because, you don't want to give the hitter extra strikes, and I don't want to have to make them swing at it. I want it to be a strike either way. 62, Dodos really heating it up there.
Here we see a 3-2 count. This could get interesting.
The Legends, not really a team that necessarily struggles with speed. Sometimes they'll chase it, but sometimes they'll hit it too. Fouls that one off right at 55. Great speed recognition there from Jason Stevenson, as we have Duck Pluck, Texas Tim Dean in the chat. Rips that one to center, and that's going to bounce into the wall for a clean double. That's going to clear the bases. Another 2-run double here in the second, and it is 4-0 Legends, as they are really putting on the hurt early here in Game 2. They lost on that walk-off in Game 1, and I think they took it personally.
I think so, too. I think I was expecting to see a little offense out of them coming into this one, and here we've seen it.
And that's going to stay fair as Jim touches it, but that's going to go behind the carpet. That's going to be a dead ball once it's kind of behind that batter's carpet with all those balls. You're not really sure which one is the game ball, and that's kind of, it's not out of play. It's still just going to be a infield single. It's I guess that's probably got to be an error, right?
I think so. It's tough. That spin, when the ball spins like that, it's hard to get a wrap on. But
Shane Weber of the Snappers, the official scorer down that first base line.
I think Jim knows he should make that play every time.
Yeah,
so.
And the other thing is, if he just did nothing, it would have been a foul ball.
That is true. That is true. That might have been one I let go. I don't with all that spin.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta bail off, let it go foul, and just try to get the strikeout. But Taravella, not necessarily the guy you want to give extra pitches to, as he has 2 home runs and a double already in this series.
Yeah, he's accounted for 4 RBIs and there's 6 runs tonight.
Pretty impressive stuff. Really producing, really taking over as kind of the best player on this Legends team this season. 52, the big bender from Jim, kind of gives Osgood a look at his pitch from the left side. I believe that was a palm ball by Jim. Gets him to roll over, looks to second, but goes to home, and Taravella's going to advance to second, but Stevenson will stay at third. If you're not forced, you don't go. On and out.
I don't go, right?
Yeah, he's at third.
I don't go.
A little bit of confusion there on the field as to advancing runners, and kind of a confusing situation there with runners on first and third. Jim goes home or to first base, basically, with that, but he looks back the runner on first going on the ground ball has to run to second, but the runner on third essentially looked back in that scenario, stays at third. Only runners that are forced advance on a ground out to first base. And he gets 54, drops that into the strike zone, and Jim definitely kind of trying to turn it on here. Seems like he got triggered after that second 2-run double. I think he may be starting to shut it down, get a little bit nastier here.
I'm looking for him to strand these 2 here, get back in the dugout, see if they can put some runs up. He doesn't look too happy right now, so.
Yeah, you can't let an inning get away from you. Really got to try to limit the damage. This Warbirds lineup has been, as he pops that one up into shallow center, Merciel makes the catch for out number 2. But yeah, 4-run lead, really not an insurmountable deficit by any means. And the Warbirds coming back in that first game, so there's no reason they shouldn't be able to do it again here in game 2.
4 can be scored very quick.
There you see in the chat, Kitchen Rug, are there really 6 better hitters than Trench on this team? What do you think?
I think it varies night to night. Trench, I know, he's consistent. He's not going to be the best hitter on the field, but he's going to get you a hitter or 2, a walk here and there. He's going to get on base. He's going to find a way on base. So I look to see him in the lineup here soon, maybe even a pinch hit.
Flares that one. Dodo's under it. Makes the catch for out number 3. Able to strand those 2 runners, as you said. And limits the damage. The 2-run double early, but able to escape that jam and keep the Warbirds within striking distance here.
Yeah, good one going. Let's see if the Warbirds can get their bats swinging.
Thanks for joining us here live at Hideaway Field here in Premier League Wiffle. We've got Legends Warbirds tonight. Going to be a great series. Warbirds walked it off in Game 1. Here we are in Game 2. Legends jump out to an early 4-0 lead. What do you think is going to happen with the rest of this game, Tanner?
I don't know. We already saw a walk-off. I can't see the Warbirds getting blanked, so I think they're going to score a couple here, maybe the next inning. But I'm looking for the Legends to keep tacking it on. I think they're going to keep scoring here. So Warbirds going to need a lot of production. I like the Legends to finish this out.
Yeah, and the Legends not looking great offensively in Game 1. Casey Taravella hitting 2 solo shots. Those are the only RBIs of the game for the Legends as they lost 3-2. And as a reply to that Trench comment, after that game, I'm like, okay, they better put him in the lineup. But they jump out great in Game 2 against Dodos. So maybe Maybe making me eat my words a little bit. Right at 55, Osgood puts a lot of spin on that. Throws a pitch that doesn't slow down, and that one looked pretty hot. Throws that floater in at 52, and that one, looked like a big speed difference, but only 3 miles per hour as that floater kind of slows down on its way to the plate.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think they got to get Trench in a bat here. Get him a game. I think it's what the people want to see.
Yeah, Trench just playing third base so far tonight. Going to be interesting to see what they do here, how they use Trench the rest of the series. Perhaps the Game 3 starter as KJ grounds that foul down the third base line. Gets KJ down on strikes. Believe that's the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Sean Merciel.
Looks like we have a little rookie poll up there. Finalists for who will have the biggest rookie impact.
There you see Kyle Etter, Will Morris, Nathan Roosh, Kyle Baker, and Kenny Santiwan. We've got Kyle Etter on the Vaders, off to a very hot start this season. Will Morris on the Cajuns, the rookie, off to a good start as well. Nathan Roosh, another Cajun, as Merciel walks. That's going to be walk number 1 for Billy. As you guys may know, there's a 2-walk rule here in Premier League Wiffle. So if Osgood walks another batter, he will be ineligible to pitch for the remainder of the game, but he could come back in Game 3 as Petricus drops that one into left center for a base hit. We're going to have runners on first and second, and that's going to bring Peter Mockabee to the plate. Rolls it back to the top of the lineup. 2 out, 1 on, and a big spot for the Warbirds to chip away at this lead.
I'm looking for a big swing out of Mockabee right here. Haven't seen a ton out of him yet tonight, but I think we're going to see a big swing out of him.
And Tanner, it looks like he's got more than a foot of tape on that bat.
Yeah, I've noticed some of these guys got a lot of tape.
Has not been mentioned by the other team. But hopefully that doesn't get called out. Don't like to see that, but it does look like he technically has an illegal bat.
I don't think they've said anything yet because it hasn't really worked yet.
Yep. Real kind of gentleman's league. Not the type of thing you see often. I don't think we've ever had anyone say, check that bat. But there's a first time for everything. As Mockabee strikes out, they're gonna stick with the result of that play.
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep letting him ride that bat out. I think he's gonna come alive at some point though. So I'm looking for him to come alive at some point tonight.
54, another one of those quick-looking pitches. Puts a lot of spin on that ball. It coasts to the plate, doesn't slow down. Tricks the hitter, hits that one off the foam at 54, almost gets him looking.
That was close.
And Perez trying to figure out Billy here in his first time facing him as he flares that to right field, but Derek Corral runs all the way into the corner, makes an excellent play, showing off his range, coming out of the infield at second base and going all the way into that right field corner to make the catch just a few steps from the 91 sign down the line.
What a play there. That's a big thing. I know it's something we make sure we have an athletic second baseman because sometimes you don't have anybody over there in the outfield.
Those flares over your head, they can be killer. If balls like that are falling, we've got a very different series as he's made a few of those plays tonight, but that time showing off exceptional quickness.
A little more range there. Yeah,
I did not think he was going to get to that one. The others, he kind of made them look easy, but that time really getting on his horse.
I was looking for Taravella.
Full extension there.
Taravella to come in sliding there, but didn't need to.
Nope. And luckily no collision. Don't want to see that. Looks like the Warbirds are going to go with KJ LaCroix here. Perhaps saving some of Dodos' innings for Game 3.
Yeah, 4-0. They kind of been seeing Dodos pretty well. Maybe change things up, save some innings for him.
Yep. Get get LaCroix some innings. Perhaps he ends up being more effective. This is a very matchup-oriented league. A lot of teams that hit well off certain pitchers don't hit well off others, and vice versa.
Yeah, everyone has their pitchers that they like to see, they don't like to see.
And they're different for everyone. For example, Brad Ogden, I think he hits best against myself, Stein, and Taylor, but a lot of players probably wouldn't pick us on the mound if they could have anyone.
That is true.
Highlighted message from Frito Breath. Are these gentlemen in the booth related, damn near twins? I think part of it is just the fact that we're wearing the same shirt.
That could have a lot to do with it. It helps for sure. I mean, even when we have different jerseys on, we get that. So.
Yep. Yeah, and I remember when you first came into the Taco League with the Vaders, I was away, so people hadn't seen us in the same room together. And I think here on the broadcast tonight, we're proving that we are not the same person. I am not trying to play for two different teams out here. Although I guess I have faced you on the field a few times.
Yeah, I have thought about coming out in a Sandvipers jersey, maybe trying to get some extra at-bats in. But
and Sansone draws the walk, as you have been working on that lefty swing.
I have. Right now, I just got to mimic the stance. And
That's
I don't
going to
think
be walk
anybody's
number
gonna
one
tell.
for KJ, and if he walks out here, they're going to have to use another inning for someone else. You got to wonder what they're going to go with if he walks another guy this inning.
I think we're going to see... We might see a little buck action after this, I think.
Yeah. Not a bad prediction. Seems like they're trying to... I'm not sure if they're trying to hide Dodos. Doesn't seem like he's been effective thus far, as Stevenson, with a great hold there, just able to check his swing. Evan Shields, 98. I am playing Mid-Atlantic Wiffle with the Stompers again this season. Going to be a great season. Planning on playing just a couple of tournaments. Get qualified for playoffs over there in Pennsylvania. Tryhard Noob 10. What happens if someone has a bat over the limit?
Over the tape limit, I think.
Yes. So I think that would be, just like your George Brett, Alfonso Soriano, too much pine tar, corked bat, illegal bat situation. So we treat it just like Major League Baseball. If they, I believe the opposing manager would have to ask for the bat to be checked, and we've got a ruler out here. You're allowed to have 12 inches of tape on the barrel. It's got to fit through that PVC pipe, that PVC tee we've got over at the umpire station, and we also have a scale. You are allowed to have a bat that weighs up to 10 ounces here in Premier League Wiffle. And it looks like you are right. They are going to Buck Burner out of the bullpen. Great call, Tanner.
Yeah, I did expect to see him here.
It looks like you've got the advanced scouting report on the Warbirds' rotation and tendencies.
It's sometimes you just know, and I'm kind of
Sometimes you just
surprised we didn't see him first, honestly. So
yeah, it looks like the Warbirds maybe giving in a little bit in this game. I'm not sure if I like this strategy. Obviously, it kind of seems like they're looking to Game 3 already, but it's just a 4-run deficit. They came back in Game 1. This team definitely capable of putting 4 runs up.
absolutely, and they can do it quick. Last inning, they were one swing away from this game getting very interesting. But, in this league, you can score 9 runs in 1 inning in a blink of an eye.
Or you can leave 9 runners on base.
Yes,
Not
you
in 1
can.
inning, but in 1 game. Sometimes the runners left on base can really kill you. You got to be able to push those runs across when you have the opportunity. And the Legends looking for one here. 2 on, nobody out. The red-hot Casey Taravella at the plate against Buck Burner. Buck, another pitcher that features that quick-looking slider. Puts a lot of spin on it, and it does not slow down very much on the way to the plate. Looks like we've got a poll for most hated team. I'm happy to see my Sandvipers not winning that poll after the trench trade.
I can't say that I'm surprised that it's the ones.
And it looks like we've got another walk. That's going to be walk number 1 for Buck Burner. That brings up Billy Osgood. Bases loaded, no outs, already a 4-0 lead. And and the Warbirds trying to make sure this doesn't get out of hand. So, Tanner, you picked it right last time. Now if Buck walks out, who do you think they go to?
Oh.
As Osgood rips that one off the hands of Merciel in to left field, that's going to be a dirty single as the infielder got a hand on it. All runners advance one base, and we've got another bases loaded, no out situation, now 5-0 Legends.
I think it depends on the score. I think if we see the score run up a little bit, we're going to see either a Merciel or a Perez on the mound. But if they can keep it somewhat close, I think we're going to see Matt out there in right field.
Matt Petricus. Similar role to Billy Osgood on the Legends, was really the workhorse for this Warbirds team. Early on, as Perez knocks that down, Merciel picks it up, flips to second for one. LaCroix on to first. It looks like that's going to be over 5 seconds. Safe at first base. And they attempt the double play, but all runners being forced on that anyway. They are going to get... they would have had the run anyway, although had Merciel thrown straight home with that, he could have hit the center panel to get the force out at home as if you're, just throwing that ball to the catcher.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, but that is definitely one of those situations he could have done that.
Yeah, taking the risk there, though. I like the idea, trying to get the double play, but, just not quite enough time.
No, I think...
and that ball was taking him in toward home plate, too.
It surprises me, too, because as a baseball player, I would think he'd have that internal clock. So, looks like I saw Dobbins in the chat asking why it was the ones. Let's see if chat can answer that for him. See what chat thinks.
And the ones. This is a lopsided poll. I think this might be fixed.
Could be a little fixed. You can vote multiple times. I did just see that. You could have one person just running it up. So,
is that true?
Yeah, it's 100 points.
Buck Burner featuring the knuckleball.
Another knuckleball.
Looks like Dragon Lady hates the ones, and she's just peppering wiffle ball points in to boost that poll.
She's got to have a couple million wiffle ball points by now. With how many gifted she's had, the points have got to be up there.
We'll have to take a look at Trevor Bauer's stats against the ones.
Oh, that is true. Maybe that
Ethan
has something
Wakefield.
to do with it.
Looks like we've got a full count here. Burner already with a walk. Pops that one up to KJ LaCroix. He catches it for out number 3. And that's going to end the inning. But the Legends tack on a pair, and it's 6-0.
Yeah, it feels like a lot more than it is. Sometimes that happens here. Sometimes you're down 4 and it feels like it's 20. And sometimes you're down 2 and it feels like you're going to score those every inning. So,
yeah, it's a lot of matchups and a lot of momentum. You really can spell out your fate in this league.
Yeah, momentum's a big one.
You can't let the momentum get killed too. You really have to. The Warbirds, sometimes that team that once they get in a rut, they just kind of stay in it.
Oh yeah, there's some teams though that, man, you can never count out. It's almost every team here, but there are some more than others that.
Yep. Well, it's also it's giving them that little bit of momentum, breathing life into it. If you can prevent that from happening, you can really dominate in this league. But all it takes is just a couple of hits get strung together, and suddenly, we can hit this guy.
A bloop and a blast, and just like that, you guys, it becomes a different game.
Yeah, I think the Warbirds really need to tack on a run or two here. Just get something going because they've really been struggling so far in this game.
Yeah, bottom 3, halfway through the game, you're going to need a couple here.
Osgood pitching very well out here. Great conditions to pitch in. Seems like we've got no wind. Still a little bit crisp out here. Not getting too hot yet. So the ball does seem to move a little bit more in that cold air.
Yeah, I have yet to play in the hot, and I'm excited.
Yeah, coming into that fall season as a rookie, as Osgood gets that one at 54 off the strike zone, it's going to be a 1-2 count to Dodos. Rips that one through for a single into right field. Dodos on base. It seems like he's been on base all night. Has he made an out yet?
I believe he's made 1. He's been out once.
That is very impressive from Dodos. I believe he's batting over 500. Just unreal start to this season.
Yeah, it's crazy too. You even added the extra fielder, and he's still finding places to hit the ball.
He just rips the ball so hard that if it's not right at somebody, it's a hit. He's got that low line drive, launch angle, really hits the ball hard, and that plays really well in these colder conditions early in the season.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And Osgood, another one at 54, starts KJ LaCroix off with a strike.
Classic Osgood we're seeing.
This is some vintage Osgood. He's had kind of a slow start to this season, but looking as good as ever out there tonight. As he gets KJ, looks like he got a piece of that. Fights it off to stay alive, but that one did hit the strike zone, so that's going to be one foul tip into the zone. If he does that again, it'll be as if the catcher caught it, and it's 56, just 1 mile per hour over the speed limit. Had KJ fooled, but that's going to be another ball. He slows that one down to 53, making sure to stay within that 55 range.
That one looks a lot slower than that 56. He's manipulating it pretty good.
Pops that one foul. That's going to get out of play down the third base line. There you see Trench still rocking those baseball pants after the trade. Misses outside, and it looks like we've got a full count. Believe Osgood has yet to walk a batter as he gets KG to pop up, hustles into foul territory out there in front of home plate to make the catch. Great play by Osgood.
Somewhere short, let's go.
Able to field his position, getting off the mound quickly to retire LaCroix there with that full count. Looks like we've got another poll. Most feared pitcher. The options: Ryan Chen, myself, Tom Gannon, Brandon Mayo, Tanner Roundy, the man to my left, and Taylor Briner, the reigning Cy Young and 3-time MVP.
I know my answer to that. It's clear, but
Who is it?
it's going to be you, Tom.
You think so?
Yeah, for me, it's you.
And Osgood strikes out Merciel to end the inning. I don't know, I'm not a scary guy, though.
Well, I guess
Most
not
feared
feared.
pitcher?
Feared.
Like
That's hard.
I think I've got some pretty nasty stuff. But the thing is, if you have one pitch you like against me, I'll probably throw it to you, so you can just wait for it.
That's true.
I think I throw the ball right down the middle a little bit too much. I'm trying to lose that habit this season, but we'll see.
The change of speeds, though. The change of speeds, change of pitches.
Yep, the old finger in the ball pitch has been a lot of hitters' kryptonite so far this season. One of my favorite pitches to throw. And I dig my finger into the ball, almost get my whole nail in there, and it pops off. So I can kind of move my arm like I'm throwing it fast, but it pops off a little bit slower. Another one of those deceptive pitches as it slows down a lot.
Yeah, I fell victim to that early on last year for sure, a couple times.
Ethan Ibarra took me deep. That was the pitch I threw to him when he hit the home run in Game 1 of our series.
I don't think he fears anybody.
Oh, looks like Tanny Roundy getting some votes. Looks like
The lefties are getting out
I think
there.
it might be just because they confuse us.
Yeah, so technically I think those votes combined,
Should
maybe?
we just all those votes go to you or me?
I think so.
All
I
those
think
votes
it's
should
a
go to one of
clear-
us. And it
clear
looks like
winners.
Trench Pacone
Oh, look at this, folks.
is getting his first at-bat for the Legends, making his debut for the Legends faithful after being traded from the Sand Vipers. Hopefully you could hear that little bit of crowd noise we had on a Bluetooth speaker. That was pretty funny.
Just like that, locked in, takes 57.
Oh, God, we need to switch personalities tonight. I am now Tanner, and Tanner is now Tom. As Trench flies that one into left field, Dodo's right at the wall, but able to make the play as that one stays in the yard. So I'm now the evil twin now. So you're good guy.
guess.
You're good guy, Tom. I'm Bizarro Tom.
Little did they know, we've been switching spots the whole night. They have no idea.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a single person know yet.
yeah. No one has mentioned it as we have switched. Just about every time it goes up to the booth, we've actually been switching seats.
Switch hats.
Yep.
We switched.
Yeah, the hat. We got to avoid continuity errors. We trade glasses as well. As a knuckleball from Burner gets hit by Taravella right through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. That's going to put a runner on for the Legends with one out.
That's what we should go for, brother. Some WIFFLE ball. Swing it out of your ass. Try to get this.
Billy Osgood swinging a miss there right at the 57, just a little bit over the speed limit. Kind of one of those too close to take pitches as it was right down the middle. Very tough to lay off. That one's 61 off the foam. Gets him to chase speed again after getting ahead in the count. That's going to bring Alex Garcia to the plate.
Yeah, that fast. Some guys love it. Despite sometimes not being able to hit it, they love it.
Yep. Some baseball players really like to just time it up and let her rip. Garcia grounds it to first. Perez picks it up, throws onto first in time for out number 3. That's going to end the inning. Still 6-0. Legends heading into the bottom of the 4th inning.
I liked the swing there from Trench. It was a good swing.
Almost gets it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been a pretty good story there if he had a home run in his first at bat in a Legends uniform, as you can see him there on your center field camera right by the strike zone, saying something to Taravella there. And Pacone making his debut tonight for the Legends after being traded, the long-time Sandviper. And looking at him with a Legends uniform on really makes me uncomfortable, Tanner.
I'm still trying to get used to it. It's not, I don't think it's going to be something people get used to for a little while.
Mateo, we did not make the poll, but Max leading the league in strikeouts. I'm afraid of him. I struggle against the Bombers big time.
Fun fact, I think he is my favorite pitcher to face in the entire
it's fun.
league.
The matchups in this league, it's funny how it varies from person to person. And it looks like we're just about ready to get started. Matt Petrikis leading it off for the Warbirds against Billy Osgood with that big slider, misses outside at 56 miles per hour. Grounds that one to short. Trench drops down to field it onto the backstop for out number 1.
Yeah, I haven't seen New Look Max, though.
It looks like I won by just 3 votes, thanks to whoever stopped that poll just before Tanner came back and overtook me. Looks like Peter Maccabee. Oh, what a catch by Derek Corral. Derek Corral making his case for a Gold Glove tonight. Reaches out with one hand, and the ball just sticks to it.
Those one-hand catches can be tough. The ball's spinning.
Yeah, catching the ball with one hand is no joke. A lot of RPM, especially off the bat of Maccabee. Still looks like he's using that bat. It's got a little more than a foot of tape. Would hate to see him get called out for it as Billy drops that one in. The rookie just getting picked apart here a little bit by Osgood early in the counts.
Yeah, that's tough.
I believe he does have a base hit, but there's another one right there. Single to left. He's seen that pitch enough times to hit it. Looks like he is zoning in on that big slurve from Osgood.
He's been having troubles with the slider. I don't know if I'd have gone the big curve there. That's a baseball guy.
It seems like he's throwing it a lot. And that third time through the order, these guys are going to get locked in on it. But Dodo's fooled. 52 miles per hour. I think that one may have hit him in the back foot.
Good old back foot slider.
Really ties him up, and then he hangs that one. Dodos does not miss it. Taravella, wow, really getting up to make an effort there, but just sails over the fence off the bat of Dodos into his little garden of serenity out there in that power alley for him. Dodos with his second home run of the night gets the Warbirds on the board, 6-2, breathing a little bit of life into this Warbirds offense. That's going to bring Buck Burner to the plate.
Just like that, one swing.
Now the Warbirds have a little momentum. That ball's going to stay foul. Burner trying to keep things going here with 2 outs. .58. That one looked even faster from Osgood, but Buck catches up and fouls it off. Misses outside. 1-2 count. Evan Shields, what level of baseball did Dodos play as Burner strikes out to end the inning, but not after Dodos with the 2-run homer. I believe he played some independent league professional baseball. I'm not sure how long that was for. It may have only been for a season or even an abbreviated season, but Dodos, technically a professional ball player at one point in his life, I believe. I could be wrong. I believe he also played at Chico State in college. Very good hitter, did not strike out very often, and you can see that translating very well over here into wiffle ball in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely see him playing a little bit of pro ball.
It looks like we've got round 2 of most feared pitcher. Still no Max Fernandez, but we've got Jim Dodos, Jason Walker, Billy Osgood, Alex Fernandez, the manager of the Bombers, and Ryan Roosh. I'm going to go with Ryan Roosh on this poll. I struggled against him big time when we faced the Cajuns, and I actually took myself out of the lineup in Game 3 because he was the starter. I told my manager, Adam Tannick, wait until he walks out, and then I'll pinch hit for somebody, and he did not walk out through a complete game in the wind. Very impressive stuff.
Yeah, I think we can't wait to face him. The Vaders, we are very excited for that matchup.
Vaders familiar with Roosh, former teammate of my partner here. And I see that message from you, Devella. I will restart the TikTok right now. If I can, there we go. And now we're going to restart this phone here, get our TikTok feed back up, try to boost our ratings here on TikTok as Corral fouls that one back.
2-2 count. Good foul off there. See if we can get a pitch to hit here.
Reaches out and gets a piece of that, but pops it right up, and Buck comes off the mound to make the catch for out number 1. That's going to bring Ethan Wigfield to the plate. Was picked 3rd overall in the fall season draft by the Legends. Takes that pitch outside. Former member of the Sloths, Greg Kelly's Taco League franchise. A lot of great alumni coming out of the Sloths into the Premier League, including Kelly himself, Ethan Wigfield, Josh Towers. I'm probably missing a couple. Casey Nielsen.
Yeah.
And Wigfield flies that one to left. It looks like it's going to be a can of corn for Dodos as he makes the play for out number 2. 2 down now, and it looks like the Warbirds have got a little bit of momentum here. If they could get a quick inning, get back into that dugout, keep chipping away at that lead.
Yeah,
but they're running out of time as it's already the 5th inning.
They're trending up. 2-2. You know, they got 2 runs. They could put up 2 the next 2 innings. I think Buck's going to hold it here.
Trench Pacone, with his second at bat of the night, takes ball 1.
I'm looking for him to hit something through the 5-6 hole. That's a big 5-6 hole for what he does. Great eye, too. We could see a walk here. Could see a new pitcher.
Rips that one up the middle. That's going to get all the way to the wall, and Trench Pacone has got his first hit as a Legend. Hits a double to the wall.
Just like that, crushes one up the middle, and they're trying to steal it back.
Trench not missing a beat, rips that one to the wall, and now the Legends have got a runner in scoring position for Casey Taravella. Legends trying to take that momentum right back here with 2 outs. 56. Okay, I'm not sure how to get through here.
Ooh. Here we go. We got a 3-1 count.
Swing and a miss gets Taravella on. Oh no, sorry. I thought that was strike 3. Got a little too excited, a little bit too eager there. Apologize. And it looks like that's going to be ball 4. It's going to be a walk, and that's going to be walk number 2 for Burner. Interesting situation here. What are they going to go with? It looks like Maccabee going out to the mound, but he may just be bringing the balls out there. Not sure who the Warbirds are going to go with. Are they going to go back to Dodos?
Dodos wants it.
Looks like Dodos is going to step right back in here and take the ball. And he just takes one warm-up, and he's ready to go. I love that out of Dodos. I'm someone that likes to take limited warm-ups myself. Don't really like it when the batter has time to time you up.
I agree.
I prefer just, if I throw one and it's a strike, I'm good. Sometimes I like to take a look at the speed, just get a feel for that. But it really only takes 2 or 3 pitches maximum to really get a feel for it. And Osgood, swing and a miss at the first pitch there. 46 right off the bar. And strikes him out. Dodos, 2 pitches to end the inning. Absolute.
Quick. That was quick.
Nasty
Quick
pitch
2
there.
pitches. I think he wanted the ball.
Yep.
He wanted to steal that momentum back.
Dodos showing a lot of confidence there. Does not want to give the Legends an inch. They had 2 runners on and 2 out. He's able to shut down Osgood. Gets the strikeout on 2 pitches, and now Osgood back out to the mound. The Warbirds, just 6 outs to play with. 4 runs is what they're going to need to extend this game. And that's if they can shut the Legends down next inning.
Osgood's looking good, so we'll see if they can.
Oh, and I missed
put another
round
inning.
3 of most feared pitcher, but Max Fernandez finally gets on there, and he wins with 50% of the vote, even though there were 5 different options going up against Billy Santiwan, the knuckleballer that's probably the Cy Young favorite at this point, Adam Tannick, James Stein, and Casey Taravella. Round 3 may have been the most stacked in these round 3 most feared pitcher polls.
I think that indeed was. I think Billy and Max, they're probably about even. I could see getting voted on there about even. I mean,
Billy Santiwan, not a guy I like to face. No thank you.
yeah, hard pass there. Luckily, I'm on his team.
Yeah, you get the fortune of never having to face him. 54, that big bender from Osgood, still working. He's shown good control of that pitch here in the still conditions. Fly ball, left field. Chris Coleman, the rookie. I believe he was picked number 5 overall in this spring's PLW draft.
We had someone say Adam most feared. Rumor has it if you go yard on him, he'll ban you from the league. Fun fact, I have, and I'm still in the league.
Yeah. A lot of people have taken him yard. It's, with the 55-mile-per-hour speed limit, as you see the replay there, great stop from Ethan Wigfield. Osgood picks it up and throws onto the backstop for the out. That brings Matt Petrikis to the plate. One of the tougher names in the league to pronounce.
There it is again, the classic slider.
Gets ahead in the count, and we got round 4 most feared pitcher. Check out that poll, guys. Brandon Gregg, Trench Pacone, Mateo Fernandez, Jake Purdy, and Randy Dalby. Petrikis, swing and a miss. That's going to end the inning, and Billy takes away any momentum the Warbirds had as they head to the final inning with a 4-run lead, looking to add to it here. I'm Tom Gannon, joined by Tanner Roundy. We are here toward the end of Game 2, final inning. What do you think here? I think the Legends are going to hold on.
I think so, too. I think we're going to see a quick inning here from Dodos, but I don't know can they do that late inning magic once again. I'm not sure.
The Warbirds able to come back in the final inning of Game 1, but just a 1-run deficit, I believe, they had. So 4-run deficit, a bigger hill to climb as Jim Dodos goes back out there for the 6th inning, looking to shut down the Legends and give his team a chance. I think they're still within striking distance, but
Absolutely.
4 runs is no
Absolutely.
joke. They're going to really need to step it up next inning and have some good at-bats. But if Dodos can keep it at 4, I think the Warbirds are going to still have some life.
Yeah, look for them. I think they're going to get a couple on. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
do they
I
get
think
the
if the
big
Legends,
hits.
I think if the Legends put a run across here, I'm going Legends. Hold on to win. I think they might hold on to win anyway, but if they score an insurance run here, I think that's going to really take some of the. It's going to be kind of deflating for this Warbirds team as he grounds it to Merciel. Automatic onto the middle of the backstop for out number 1. And that's going to bring manager Brad Ogden to the plate. Brad has always said that he loves facing lefties. Dodos, the lefty, puts himself in the lineup, gives him a chance here with the 4-run lead. What do you think about this move?
He talked to me last night. He said he was going to be hitting against Dodos, so here it is.
got a good scouting report. Ogden, one of the more advanced scouts. Like I said, he's got that spray chart of, I believe, every player in the league. He's got a spray chart for. Going back all the way to the spring season, trying to get an edge, just trying to figure out tendencies out here. And he swings and misses. Down on strikes. 2 down now, and Dodo's 1 out away from getting the Warbirds up to the plate, keeping it at 4 as Chris Coleman is going to get, I believe, his first at-bat of the night. Dodos throws not sure what that was. That may have been that palm ball he throws.
Yeah, a little palm, 12-6 kind of action.
And round 4 most feared pitcher is won by Trench Pacone with 83% of the votes over Mateo Fernandez, Randy Dalby, Jake Purdy, and Brandon Gregg.
I think Trench is just the absolute favorite in our chat right now.
Yeah, people love Trench. A lot of support for Trench in this league. One of the favorites. Definitely probably lost some Sandviper fans running over to the Legends as they're really just Trench fans.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to happen. You're going to see some more Legend fans now.
Yeah, Legends just became a more popular team. Trench often up here in the booth calling the game. You guys in the chat know him well if you're a loyal viewer. One of our regulars, as Merciel skips that in. Coleman is going to reach on an error, and the Legends have a little bit of something going here. Jim's got to really squash this. Pick his teammate up, get the out here, but Derek Corral, not the guy you want to give an extra at-bat to here. Misses way inside.
No, he has some time there. I would like to see a little more time taken. Throw it nice and nice and smooth.
Rips that one to center, but gets under it. Merciel able to pick himself up, makes the catch for the final out. And the Warbirds down by 4 in the bottom of the last. Let's see if they can get some walk-off magic again here in Game 2 as they walked off in Game 1. Bit of a taller hill to climb here, as I was saying, with Billy Osgood, and a 4-run lead is not something you want to go up against.
No, big hill to climb. Even if he walks out, you could see Taravella again, you can see Trench, you can see Stevenson. So you're facing a good pitcher to score those 4 runs, and that's where home runs are a premium. Looks like ball's not flying as well. You got to get it good to get it out there.
That's right, and Jim Dodos with the 2-run home run for the Warbirds. Their only runs so far this game. And that Warbirds lineup really kind of struggling. But they've got Maccabee leading it off here. Good place to have the lineup in this final inning, but after they get past Dodos, they don't have quite as much firepower, but it was the bottom of the lineup, Matt Petricus, that hit the walk-off single in Game 1, so they could give him a situation to be a hero again here in Game 2. Let's see how it shakes out.
He's got some pop, too. That bottom of the lineup can hit it out, so you can get down to them, a couple runners.
Big swing from Maccabee, 55 off the strike zone, unable to get a piece of it. Hey, all from Fenway, Central Massachusetts. That's Dunny. I believe he's on the Giants. I actually played in the Fenway Park Wiffle Ball League in Fitchburg, Massachusetts 2 years ago as Maccabee down on strikes. That is a huge out for Billy Osgood here in the first batter of the final inning.
Yeah, I think Perez is going to need to get on here if they want a chance.
Yeah, the rookie having a big at-bat, and that's going to get through Wakefield. He runs back, makes the throw, 4.98, but I believe that hopped just short of the backstop. Almost makes an incredible play there. I think it would have been 4.98 on the clock, but unable to hit that backstop in the air, and I think that's going to be a base hit for Perez, or maybe an error. I'm not really sure. Fouls that one back. Koopa 20, born in Worcester. That makes 2 of us. P. Lovely 28, another guy that I've played some wiffle ball with. A lot of friends in the chat tonight. As Dodos rips that one the other way, and that's going to be another base hit. The Warbirds have got a little something going here. 2 on and 1 out. That puts the tying run on deck here. Buck Burner coming to the plate as Andrew Leday wins that poll, most feared pitchers round 5. Leday, Couts, Towers, Stevenson, and Weber. Burner looking to keep this rally alive. They've got the option for that easy double play. If he rolls over one, though, that third to second, Buck maybe going to look to go the other way to take away that double play. You don't want to hit into the third to second to end the game here. Maybe you just got to try to get under something. As he stays a little bit too far under that one. It's going to be 2-2 count. As you see the Warbirds manager Chris Warfield in the chat rooting on his team as Buck takes one at 53, just barely inside. Osgood with a full count here. I don't believe he has a walk yet, but a walk here could be huge for the Warbirds. Oh, and he gets Burner swinging. What a pitch from Osgood. Slows it down. Gets Burner way out in front of that one. And that's going to be out number 2. It's going to bring KJ LaCroix to the plate.
How do you get in this league? You get in this league, there is 2 different ways. We have a draft and we have a taco league of sorts, or play-in relegation games that you can.
Yeah, any team can challenge their way into the league. There are 2 teams that get relegated every season, and they have a chance to fight their way back into the league. As Osgood gets that one off the strike zone at 54. And the bottom 2 teams play against the top 2 teams from the Challengers Tournament in a 4-team round robin. The top 2 teams out of that get to play the following season. And he gets LaCroix down on strikes. Osgood closes it out for the Legends. The Legends win Game 2 by a score of 6-2.
Great game there from the Legends. Swung the bats very, very well.
And a great bounce back after getting walked off on in Game 1. They put up I think they put up 4 runs in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, it was
getting
quick.
A pair of 2-run doubles off of Dodos, and they bounce back, get the win in Game 2. Stay tuned for Game 3 just ahead. We'll be right back. All right, it looks like we are back. Game 3. Jason Stevenson is going to be on the mound, so it looks like Picone not getting a start in his first series with the Legends. A little peculiar. I'm not really sure why. Trench, I think one of the top earned run averages in the league last season, threw a complete game shutout in his last appearance with the Sand Vipers, but maybe Ogden not trying to put too much pressure on him his first time out, but he was able to get that double in the last game. As you see, 6-2 final in Game 2. We are just getting ready for Game 3, the final game, the rubber match of this series.
Yeah, I can't say I'm not surprised the Trench isn't on the mound. I mean, go with the guys, maybe work him in there a little bit. But,
he has not come in yet, as both of the first 2 starters went the distance. Casey Taravella in Game 1 and Billy Osgood in Game 2. But Stevenson, known to sometimes walk out as he's got that nasty screwball. It's pretty tough to control.
Yeah, those are tough. Screwballs are tough to control. Flies out of your hand a little different.
So perhaps giving Stevenson the start, knowing that he may walk out, and then they can always hand the ball to anyone. Taravella still with 3 innings remaining, as you're allowed to pitch. You're allowed to appear in 9 innings throughout this 3-game series. So 6 for Osgood and 6 for Taravella, so they each have 3 remaining. Trench, obviously, with the full 9. And perhaps maybe they just want to keep Trench on third base, as he's been knocking down hard hit balls all night, so perhaps they think he's more valuable playing third base than on the mound. But Trench, known to stifle batters. Although it seems like Taravella and Osgood did not have too much trouble with the Warbirds, although the Warbirds were able to squeak out the win in Game 1.
Yeah, I think obviously whoever's offense shows up here, I think wins.
Yeah, and I think in Game 1, Taravella really kind of doing it all, hit 2 solo home runs, and they lost 3-2. So I think the Legends lineup probably, thinks they should have been able to win that game with 3 runs scored.
I don't know who we have on the mound for the Warbirds yet.
And it looks like Jim Dodos. Jim Dodos is the most feared pitcher, 264 votes for the finalist most feared pitcher. Alrighty, it appears we are just about ready to get underway. Looks like Matt Petricus will be the Warbirds starter. One of the most awkward names to say in the league. I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong every time I say it.
Yeah,
Matt Petricus.
I don't know if I've said it yet, but I just call him Matt.
Matt Lanta, as
Matt
he is
Lanta,
often known by that nickname.
We got Bruce featuring us up here in the. He's up there in the Sky Cam tonight.
Nope. Kitchen Rug, still don't know how Billy isn't most feared at the moment. I assume referring to Santiwan, or maybe Osgood. Osgood looking very good in that last game, but Santiwan just an unprecedented start to this season, throwing, was it 3 complete game shutouts in his first 3 series?
I believe it was 3. Yeah, this is this last series was the first series that he gave up runs in his start. So.
Yeah, he gave up a home run to A. Kane in a relief appearance. That was his first runs allowed.
Featured a one-handed home run from Briner last night. Can't be surprised.
One-handed home run off of the knuckleball. That was, I think the league is on notice if Taylor can kind of figure that out. But it's funny, he may kind of figure it out, and then he's got 2 hands back, and then it might be a tough adjustment going back to the 2-handed swing.
Yeah, that's what I've been interested to see. When he goes back to 2, is it going to be different? Is he going to go right back to the Taylor he was before? Which he could very easily, and he's the guy that, if he doesn't feel right, he'll be out here at 4 o'clock getting swings every day.
That's right.
Most feared hitter is Cuba Dave from Mateo.
Dave Cabrera. Some guys can't throw a strike to the man.
No, that's. I think maybe that's why.
He's always saying, "Hey, don't walk me."
I think we have another pick'em too. Here.
Yeah, let's take a look at those predictions. 78,000 to 70,000. Looks like we've got a pretty even bets on either side, as we are just about ready to start here in Game 3. First pitch is a ball to Derek Corral. If you can reset that scoreboard down in the control room. We are now in the first inning. Petricus gets ahead in the count.
Get those WIFFLE points in.
Yep. Rips that one down the third base line, but foul.
My prediction, if I were betting here, I think I like the Legends.
Looks like I missed the highlighted message from Turk McGurk. Do you guys ever have pickup games when the stream isn't rolling? Quite often over the winter, there were quite a few pickup games. As you see, Petricus get the strikeout there, but not too many this season, as we really only have the field for the games now.
Yeah, it's tough to get some pickup games.
As Adam sold the ranch, we are now going to be relocating, building a new field. Should be exciting. As Sansone rips that, looks like a foul ball down the line. That was a pretty close play. Looked like it may have landed fair, but Buck touches that ball in foul territory and knocks it down for a foul ball. Sansone getting a second chance here. Big swing and a miss. Sansone visibly upset after that. Petricus sits another one down, and he struck out the first 2 batters here. That's going to bring Jason Stevenson to the plate. Fouls that one right back into the pan. And Petricus getting ahead of batters here. Big-time strike thrower for the Warbirds.
There's that step off the mound. Some guys have that. A lot of guys have been featuring it a lot lately, too.
Yeah, I think Levi Lawrence and Mateo Fernandez really the 2 guys that started that trend, and now it seems like everyone has that sidestep as Stevenson sneaks that fair down the first base line, gets it off the wall. That's going to be a 2-out double. It's going to put a runner in scoring position for Casey Taravella. Gives the Legends a chance to put something on the board here after those first 2 strikeouts.
I think Perez could have gotten over there. I would have liked to see a little more hustle out of that. I think he kind of jogged over there thinking he was going to get there quick, and it stopped.
Yeah, it's one of those where it seems off the bat that you're not going to really have a chance, but it might have had some backspin, kind of slowing that ball down before it gets to the wall. Sometimes you don't think you have a chance, and then when you go for it, you realize it's an easier play than you thought. The wiffle ball really hangs up, and the spin can really affect its trajectory quite a bit. As Petricus gets the strike on Taravella there. Big pitch here, 2-2, 2 out, and a runner on second. Gets Taravella on strikes. Petricus strikes out the side for the Warbirds, and we head to the bottom of the inning. The Warbirds looking to bounce back, as you hear Jim Dodo say, let's win in the series. And the Warbirds trying to move past, have a short memory after that loss, and jump on the Legends here. Get a W.
I think I'd see a little lineup move from the Warbirds here. I think I'd like to see a little bit of a change up here. Maybe I'd like Petricus in that 1 hole here.
Has been putting together some good at-bats tonight.
Get the offense going. I think get as many guys in front of Dodos that can get on base as possible.
See, I kind of disagree. I think you got to put Dodos leading off. You got to get that guy as many at-bats as you can. At the end of the game, when the lineup rolls over, that, 4th, 5th, 6th time, I want Dodos to be the guy that gets the extra at-bat. If someone's going to make the last out, I want it to be Dodos, or I want Dodos to have as many at-bats as that guy.
I wholeheartedly agree. That's why we actually have Ethan in the 2 hole and Billy in the 1 hole. That way we can get them as many at-bats as possible. They're both swinging it great. You have Kyle behind them.
Exactly. Are there any players that played collegiate sports? Chip and dip 6-4-3-2 as Perez pops that up to short. I believe he played some college sports. I would say maybe the majority of the players in this league played some sort of college sport. Some maybe at the D3 level, not necessarily baseball. A lot of different variety.
Yeah, a lot of athletes out here. A decent amount of college baseball. We're starting to see a lot more.
Yep. As Dodos rips that down the line for a double, and the Warbirds have something going now.
Just like that, I still think.
And they did lead Dodos off. Listening to us.
They did indeed. See, there it is. That little bit of a lineup change.
Oh, sorry. There was 1 out.
So the second hitter, he did move him up, though. I like that.
Who did they lead off with? I missed one there. Oh, yeah, it was the rookie Perez.
Yes, they did.
Excuse me.
There we go.
Little confusion there. Still gets the out.
Way to stick with it there from Stevenson. Looks to second, but they realize that after the double from Dodos, there's no force. Looks the runner back and then throws onto the backstop in time for the out. It's going to be 2 down for Buck Burner with a runner in scoring position, and Stevenson featuring that devastating screwball.
Yeah, that thing moves a lot. First time I saw that, it was definitely something to get used to. We had Johnny Rams. Is betting with real money? No, it's with your WIFFLE points. They're the points you earn for watching the channel, subscribing, all sorts of stuff like that. And you can actually redeem them in the for items in the shop or a signed wiffle ball for maybe Trent Spacone.
Can we expand those wiffle point wagers up in the top right of our screen? Looks like it's about 100,000 versus 150,000. Not sure which side is betting more, if there's a run line or if it's just a pick'em here, but I believe that was a walk.
Yeah, here we see our first
Burner.
walk
That's
from Stevenson.
That's going to be walk number 1, as I was saying in the pregame. Stevenson known to walk out of games, but the Legends have a deep bullpen. Trent Spacone yet to face these Warbirds hitters, and Osgood and Taravella seem to have a pretty good handle on it as Petricus rips that one off the container. It doesn't look like Osgood was able to get a hand on it, so that's going to clear the bases. Dodos will score. Burner will score, I think. Yeah, looks like Burner is rounding third. He's going to touch home as well. chip and dip. My brother played in the majors for the San Diego Padres in 2015. Chris Rierick should get that guy in Premier League wiffle.
Yeah, they normally translate well. It's
Josh
known.
Towers, 8-year MLB veteran, plays for the Night Owls. He was the #1 overall pick in this spring's draft. As you see Stevenson get ahead in the count and then bounce one in there, 1-2 to Murciel.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys, baseball guys. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get used to it. It's a lot different. The light bat is what gets a lot of guys.
It's definitely not the same swing, more just in the wrist. You see Andrew Leday is probably the best example of a real true wiffle ball swing, not necessarily a baseball swing. Just kind of flicks the wrist, allows him to wait really late, quick swing, quick hands. And you see Sean Murciel foul that off at 56. As you see Kitchen Rug. Looks like his brother or her brother did not play for the Padres. As Murciel chases that screwball, just falls off the face of the earth. Let's see that replay. Stevenson, probably the best screwball in the league, and that angle in center field doesn't even really do it justice. It's kind of off to the side, not really quite over his shoulder, but you can see the movement on that screwball just flying toward the batters.
Yeah, when I first came in, I only had a slider, and then I actually saw his screwball, and that's kind of how I had to mock my screwball.
Yeah, I think Stevenson, the first real screwball pitcher in the league, taught a lot of guys how to throw the screwball, maybe not necessarily by, showing them his mechanics, but just by throwing it to people. People have kind of picked that up. I know that, his screwball has a lot of side-to-side lateral movement. Your screwball is kind of more like a sinker 12-6 drop type of pitch.
Yeah, I got a little bit of both.
It runs in on a left-handed hitter, but Stevenson's is just so devastating. Really, starts outside, ends up inside to a righty. A lot of side-to-side movement and drops a little bit as well. But Matt Petricus starting the second inning. KJ LaCroix knocks it down. Murciel picks it up. Plenty of time. On to the backstop for out number 1. The Warbirds put a couple runs up, and Petricus looking to keep control of this game. One of the great pitchers in this league has been the workhorse for the Warbirds, really since the first season.
See, here we have another poll, face of PLW. There are multiple rounds. I see Mateo's upset GK. GK will be on there. Well,
somehow Bruce Uson getting more votes than Taylor Briner, TB7, 3-time MVP. Guys, if Taylor doesn't make it out of this round, that's criminal. But Bruce, one of the great players in this league as well. Don't want to disrespect Bruce saying that, but it's hard to not give that to Taylor.
I mean, he's a Red Sox fan too, so what's Bruce up there as a Red Sox fan? I don't know.
Go Sox. Yeah, we gotta get Chris Rierick pitch for the San Diego Padres in this league. That would be great.
Yeah.
Does he live in Vegas or maybe somewhere on the West Coast? We got guys that fly in for games. Randy Dalby flies in from Phoenix.
Yes, he does.
To play for the Night Owls. Because we've got Derek Corral.
They do. The viewers do love Bruce.
But Taylor overtaking him with 56 votes. The listeners going with my recommendation to vote Taylor into the next round. Nick Davella, Adam Coates, Billy Santiwan, just 2 votes apiece. And another swing and a miss. Petricus in full control right now. Another quick inning, shutting down the Legends. Yeah, he's one of those tough pitchers to pick up. That's some guys match up well with him, but I do not. Thank you.
I don't know. I've seen him a couple times. I would have liked them to actually go to him instead of KJ the last game. They were only down 4. Maybe keep it closer.
No, there you see a plane flying over Hideaway Field. We are close to Harry Reid International Airport. They just renamed the airport. It used to be called McCarran.
They did. It'll forever be McCarran to me, though. But
it's hard.
They did rename it.
It's a difficult thing to adjust to when they rename things.
Yeah, looks like we have someone from Savannah,
Keeping
Georgia.
things fresh.
Welcome.
Chip and Dip from Savannah. I wonder if he's referring to Chip and Dip's brother also lives down in Savannah, Georgia. That's tough. That's not close to here at all. So
No, plane flights to
Okay.
Vegas are cheap, though.
yeah, and we've got a big tournament that will likely be announced soon. I believe it's going to be in November. Big PLW tournament to give all you fans a chance to come out here and play and test your luck against these Premier League Wiffle teams and pitchers. Can try out our rules. Very unique style of play here in Premier League Wiffle versus the other wiffle ball leagues around the country. The 5-second rule. We are the only.
Yeah, I like the 5-second rule.
Looks like Perez. Did he go there or did he not go? I'm not really sure, but he fouls that one off.
I thought he went there.
I do too. It looked like he went around. I think he held up that. Oh, but a little makeup call from first base umpire Shane Weber, I think, on that.
That one was real close.
I think that was a little bit of a makeup call. I think he missed the first one. Punches him out the second time. But definitely both very close. That's going to bring Jim Dodos to the plate. No one on. And one out. Grounds that one right back to Stevenson. And having a little fun out there. I'm not sure what he said as he fielded that ball, but maybe a little bit of gamesmanship. Having a little bit of fun with Dodos. Love to see the smile on his face. A lot of players have a lot of fun out here. You know, it's competitive, but you can't help but laugh at some of the things that happen on the wiffle ball field.
Oh, absolutely. You have to. I mean, I think we, especially when we had Ryan, even to the Vaders, I try to focus on us going out there.
Mockabee gets a piece of that one. I've got tip on that.
I do too. We try to go out there and just have fun. Keep it simple. Don't get too upset. You lose the first one. You get too upset. Next thing you know, you lose the second one.
Yep. Sometimes forgetting about that loss and moving on to the next game can be a big part of winning. You know, taking that 1-2 games as Stevenson gets Mockabee to strike out swinging on that screwball.
Here we go. Here come the legends.
How's it going, guys? Tanner Roundy with myself, Tom Gannon here in the booth. 409 viewers on a Thursday night. Warbirds legends. The Warbirds walked it off with a 3-2 win in Game 1. And in Game 2, the Legends bounced back with a 6-2 victory. What do you think? Who do you think's going to win Game 3, Tanner?
The Warbirds are up 2, but I still like the Legends. But if
2 runs is not enough.
If Matt Lana keeps looking like this, they could be in trouble.
And here you see round 2 face of PLW, Trench Pacone running away with it so far, and I think that's probably the right option as he is often here in the booth. Jim Dodos, Greg Kelly, another couple of our regular announcers up here.
I think Trench would get my vote too.
Yeah,
He's up here
Trench
a lot.
out of this group, I got to go with Trench Pacone. Ethan Ibarra, a rookie. You know, some people in the league don't even know who that guy is. Ryan, that's not true. He's been hitting a lot of home runs. Everyone looks at their stats and sees him at the top of the home run standings. So I think the league is on notice. Ethan Ibarra is not going to see so many good pitches to hit going forward as Sansone grounds it to Merciel. Throws on to the backstop in time. And Petricus just totally in control here.
He's looking good. He is another guy, though, that can fall victim of the walk if he loses it real quick.
Rips that one through the legs of Merciel. KJ picks it up, throws, and that's going to be in time. What a play by LaCroix going out into left field to retrieve that ball, hitting the backstop in less than 5 seconds, and there's going to be 2 down here for Casey Taravella.
Great play there. Every play you can make here. If it hits an infielder, you're good to go.
Fouls that one off. Petricus looking to have another quick inning here, just carving through this lineup, and his defense helping him out as well.
Jake B with a just remember winning isn't everything as long as you cover the spread.
It's true. Good teams win, but great teams cover.
Absolutely. Even if you win, you may not cover. You're not going to have some happy viewers.
Yep. Those are the teams with true fans here in PLW with those wiffle points. You know, they hate to see a close game on the spread and you're putting in some substitutions, getting extra guys at bats when you need a couple more runs for them to win their bet as Petrikis strikes out Taravella to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Petrikis.
You know who I think's voting for Trench? I think he's spending all his points. White Boy Rick. I think he's the one voting.
I think White Boy Rick is a closet Trench Picone stan. I think he's maybe Trench's biggest fan.
I think so too. I mean,
always following Trench on Instagram, probably.
Yeah.
Hangs on his every breath. And we are heading into the bottom of the third. Warbirds looking to add to that 2-0 lead here. Buck Burner leading off against Jason Stevenson. I believe Stevenson has a walk, as you see Picone just winning that poll, playing third base for the Legends. Just got traded over from the Sandvipers. And, seeing him in that Legends jersey just makes me want to vomit.
He took 2 good swings last game, and we didn't see him in the lineup here. I don't know what happened there.
Yep, interesting management from Ogden, making the big trade, but not quite using Trench this series, at least not yet, as Burner fouls that one down the first baseline. I think maybe just not trying to put too much pressure on Picone making his debut with the team, but Burner down on strikes. And you see Burner with some colorful language. Hopefully the younger fans at home did not hear that.
Yeah, let's hope not. Sometimes that does happen.
Something tells me they did, but hopefully they could not discern what exactly it was he said.
I agree.
Tough to not get frustrated after a strikeout, especially against that devastating Stevenson screwball slider combo as Ethan Wigfield knocks that down and Trench Picone throws it onto the backstop for the out. Trench playing some lockdown defense on third base. Maybe that's also factoring into Ogden's decision to leave him off the mound just to make sure he's always at that third base position all night.
Yeah, it's tough to take him out of there. Tough to take him off third base.
Sean Merciel looking to keep this inning alive. 2 outs. Big swing and a miss, 53 miles per hour. Stevenson, another one of those pitchers that can throw that ball that coasts and doesn't slow down and can trick the eye of the hitter sometimes. 53 looking a little bit quicker than that as Merciel grounds it to first. Corral picks it up, throws it onto the backstop, and that's going to end the inning. And both pitchers cruising right now.
Yeah, we're cruising through. Top of the fourth here. 2-0. Those 2 runs scored quick. Could be the game changer. We may see this stay just like this the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's both pitchers just really in control, really getting ahead in counts, and kind of playing with these hitters. And neither team really getting anything going the last couple of innings.
Yeah, Petrikis looking really, really good. So let's see if they can, get a couple runners on, though. That can change everything.
Absolutely. It's just a 2-0 lead, and it can dissolve so fast.
Absolutely can. It can also grow.
Cash money, 1-3-1-3. It's wiffle ball. Come on, make some runs. Why don't you try to hit this? Oh, what a catch!
No!
Jim Dodos lays out, goes full horizontal to make that play, stealing a triple right before it hits the wall. Are you kidding me? Jim Dodos, what a catch.
That's why you're not getting runs scored right there.
Yeah, both of these defense really not making mistakes. That a huge play, and that would have scored a run as Garcia hits a double. Now a runner in scoring position, and now that catch by Dodo seems even bigger.
Yeah, that's a big catch there. That's huge. Even if he just stops it from a double, but making that was an unbelievable catch. We will see that again.
Yeah, I think we're gonna stop hearing people ask in the chat if these guys played college ball. What a play by Dodos.
Yeah, that's why he wins Gold Gloves.
Chris Warfield overtaking Adam Tanek, the commissioner, in round 3 of Face of PLW, as Corral hits that through the hole, and the Legends are on the board 2-1. I believe Garcia and Decal are cousins, and they hit back-to-back in that lineup. He knocks him around. And again, that catch by Dodo's big, but looks like the Legends have a little bit of momentum here.
Not much damage from Sandstone tonight. I think he may get a big hit here.
I think you're right. Takes it at 57. Great eye by the veteran Sandstone. Has played all 3 seasons here.
I think we're a hit away from seeing Dodos on the mound, too.
Rips that one up the middle, and that's going to put Corral going from first to third. A base hit. Now just 1 out. And the go-ahead run is on base for Jason Stevenson. I believe Stevenson hit a double in his last at-bat.
He did indeed. Ripped a double.
Now in the 4th inning, that sort of 3rd time through the order, these guys are starting to get a good read on Petricus. And Murciel is going to overthrow it, but Buck able to reel that in and tag second. Does not go for the double play. So Corral will remain at third. Great save from Buck, backing up Petricus there. That throw almost sailed into the outfield.
Yeah, that was close. That would have really, really hurt. You would have seen bases loaded here with Taravella. Struggled there for a second. Get a little water. Wow.
Great defense being showcased tonight on both sides. And it looks like a no-go from first base umpire Shane Weber. That was another close one.
I don't know if I like that. I think he went for sure.
Hey, you got to come out and be umpire sometime then.
I do.
Taravella rips that one foul down the third base line, gets a good piece of it.
Problem is my work schedule gives me some issues. I work at 12 a.m., so...
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. 55 right on the number, gets Taravella looking. And Petricus gets out of the jam there. That is a huge pitch. That's one of those, if that was 56, that could have been the difference in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That 1 mile an hour can make the difference. Tomorrow, Bruce does play. We get the Lightning and the Sand Vipers tomorrow night, the new-look Sand Vipers. So, should be a good one.
Oh, they put me up against Greg Kelly for Face of PLW. You kidding me? How am I supposed to compete with that? I could have won some of those weaker pools.
Greg Kelly probably is getting my vote as well.
And there you see a beautiful shot of the Legends and Warbirds hats as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Game 3, the rubber match. And we've got a 1-run game, Tanner.
Yeah, it's going to be tight here in the end. Expect for pitching to make the difference here. I think we're going to see some pitching changes. I expect to see Dodo soon, I think. So...
Swing and a miss. I think Perez may have been looking for that screwball, but he gets a slider from Stevenson. Fools him. And another slider, 57, but he gets him to chase with 2 strikes. That's going to bring Jim Dodos to the plate, looking to get something going for the Warbirds, and I think they're going to need insurance. I do not think 2 runs is going to be enough to win this game.
I don't either. Jim could provide it right here, though.
And Greg Kelly winning round 4, Face of PLW. I believe I missed round 3. Not sure who won that. But looks like we're going to have a finals. Those polls looking pretty fun. And it's 56. That's one of those 1 miles per hour can make a huge difference. Instead of 1-2, it is 2-0. Jim ahead in the count looking for something he can drive. And another 56. Stevenson already with a walk. And I would not come at Dodos here. I would throw something nasty. No issue with walking out, but 57 just a little too fast. And who are the Legends going to go with here?
I was going to say, I think we see Billy or Taravella here.
Looks like Osgood is coming right back into this game. Going to try to keep their best defense on the field. Osgood had good control in Game 2 through a complete game, held the Warbirds to just a pair of runs, and looking to pick up right where he left off here, facing Peter Mockabee. The left-handed slugger makes the drive down from Upland, California to play in this league. Runs some fast pitch tournaments up there as well.
I don't mind the walk there.
Wiffle ball lifer. Yeah, I think Jim is the guy you want to walk in that situation. The Legends, they still have 3 more pitchers to work with in Picone, Taravella, and Osgood. And sometimes it's all about trusting your teammates and walking the guy, using your walks when you have to. Dodo's the right guy to walk, but Mockabee lifts that to center field. Looks like that's going to be right at Garcia. He reels it in. And we've got 2 outs here. Billy trying to get out of this inning without any damage.
Yeah, that can be a thing. We did it a lot as evaders last year. I would tell Billy, hey, I might walk him. You may be pitching.
Yeah, and especially being ready to come in, knowing that's the plan, having that be the game plan from the start. There's certain guys in this league that, when you have a good opportunity to walk them, maybe first base is open, it's the right move to make.
It absolutely can be.
Especially if you've got a deep enough pitching staff, as you see Osgood. Absolute fantastic pitch. Probably his best pitch of the night, as you see him smile as he walks off the field. Gets right on the bottom corner of the strike zone. And Buck Burner just can't believe it.
Not a whole lot you can do there. Just tip the cap, walk back to the dugout.
It's always, it's funny how often you see guys kind of give up on the ball and it hits the strike zone. But, what are you going to do with that? It's easy to say, oh, just stay in there. It curves a lot. It's wiffle ball, but it's tough to do. It doesn't matter how many times you see it. People have seen that curveball from Billy all the time, but it just freezes you.
Yes, it does. The best thing you do, probably foul it off.
Yeah.
See another pitch, I guess, and you're going to see it again.
Yeah.
So
and he's going to come right back at it, but that one off the bottom inside corner, pretty devastating location.
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do. That's if he keeps that up,
on those pitches sometimes, if he hits the corner on that, you got to kind of just tip your cap as he lifts one to right field, but that's not quite going to make it out as James Perez camps under it and makes the catch just a couple of steps in front of that right field wall. That's going to bring up Alex Garcia. Just a 1-run deficit, and it's the top of the 5th. The time running out for the Legends.
5 outs to go. 5 outs, 1 run. Very doable.
5 outs, 1 run, and Petrikis wears 51. Rips that one opposite field, and that's going to get out of here in a hurry. Alex Garcia ties the game with an opposite field home run. A rocket right above that 103 sign in the power alley in left center as he rounds third and comes to tie the game. The Legends with new life here. It's a tie game, 2-2. Top of the 5th.
You were right. We do need to see some more runs. That 2-run, I don't think is going to do. I don't even think 3 is going to do it. I think 4 is going to be the magic number.
Look at that. Tanner Roundy's the face of PLW. Congratulations.
That's round 5. There's still more to go.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I did win that one over Dodos.
Over Dodos. That's pretty embarrassing for Dodos.
It's a lot of votes.
People like you more.
I guess so.
It's probably because you're the announcer right now.
Yeah, if he's up here, I think he gets the votes.
I think you should have got the votes anyway. I mean, no disrespect to you, but
I do my best.
Dodos is one of the faces of this league.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even make it out of my pool. I should have been matched up against you and Dodos.
I don't know. I think I still get you.
Who did the seating on these?
I don't know.
Probably Kyle Lohman running those polls.
Game 3, the
Look,
rubber
we've
match.
got someone named Was Once a Viper in the chat.
I feel like there's a couple of those.
A lot of former Sand Vipers. As Sansone with a lazy fly into right. Perez makes the catch, and we've got a tie ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th. The Warbirds looking to get back on top, give Petrikis a chance to close it out in the top of the inning. Or maybe they go with a pitching change. What do you think? Think they're going to send him back out there?
I don't know. I think it depends. Depends what we look at here with the score.
Yeah.
If Billy has a quick one, I I think we run with Patricus still.
It's hard to not just stay with your guy, but sometimes you get through the order one too many times, and it comes back to bite you.
I think if they do score here, though, we may see.
And look at Trench Pacone running away with this poll.
Yeah,
Finals
that's a
for
clear win.
face of PLW. Tanner Roundy, 0 votes. Taylor Briner with a few. Chris Warfield with 1 somehow. No votes for Greg Kelly. Give Greg Kelly some love. The only reason you're watching this beautiful stream is because Greg Kelly put a lot of this together. Rebuilt the control room over the off season. We've got these brand new headsets, a little better audio quality, all those different graphics you see. Greg, really the architect of this live stream. Vote for Greg. Or Trench. Trench is good too. Warfield with 22 votes. I think Warfield's got to be buying votes. How is Warfield the face of this league? As Trench stops that one, makes it look easy. And yeah, vote for Trench. I take everything back. Kelly's got 6 votes. But how has Warfield got 50 votes?
Yeah, I got 1.
That's
I'm
a head
happy.
scratcher. Nothing against Warfield, manager of the Warbirds, but I don't know. When I think face of the league, I don't think of Warfield. I guess the fans disagree with me.
Someone said GK is the central nervous system of the league.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that
Yeah,
analogy.
we're gonna have to put that on a T-shirt.
Maybe not the face, but the
He's
central nervous
he's
system.
the central nervous system.
I like that. Trench the voice. I like that. That's another good one.
I think I'm the legs of this league. I'm here every night.
Yeah, yeah. The legs, just keeping it moving. 3-2 count here.
Warfield's in the chat a lot. He's actually friends with the viewers, so they voted for him. That makes sense. Off the hands of Pacone, that goes deep into the outfield. Looks like they're not going to be able to make a throw. And Merciel is on base. What do you think, Tanner? Hit or error here?
I think it's got to be an error. Gold Glover. Trench is locked down over there. I think he makes that play 9 out of 10 times. 99 out of 100 times.
I just saw that highlighted message. Chris Rierick, that guy that played for the Padres, is in some fantasy sports league with Dodos.
Well,
I missed that message. The chat's moving fast here, but there's Trench Pacone on third base. Huge swing from Perez, unable to come up with anything, and Osgood sits him down. 2 outs, and Billy gets a word from manager Brad Ogden. Be smart as Jim Dodos steps to the plate. Jim having a red-hot start to the season. And Osgood with a walk to work with.
I don't mind a walk here.
I have a hard time justifying pitching to Dodos in this situation. Bottom of the 5th, tie game with a runner on. And he tinks the
now we're pitching to
outside
him.
part. You know, it's funny. He may have been kind of pitching around him there, but, you know,
It's a good pitch.
finds one off the very outside bar. Definitely being careful as he throws one right down the heart of the
There
plate.
it is.
Dodos rips a 2-run shot, and he is pumped up. Jim
good.
Dodos, another home run to that power alley in right center.
Someone pay that man.
Dodos, this might be the most pumped up I've ever seen him. That angry Dodos face. He's got a little bit of swagger tonight with another home run. Dodos with an unreal start to this spring season. Definitely one of the favorites for MVP as Maccabee grounds out to the pitcher again, and he is visibly frustrated after that. But Jim Dodos, after making an incredible play to save a run in left field, hits a 2-run shot. And these Warbirds now up 4-2. You said it was going to take 4 runs. The Warbirds have got it.
4 is the magic number.
And let's see.
I still don't like, Maccabee hasn't been swinging the bat well.
Yeah, he's
Dodos
struggling a little
can
bit.
end the game just like that. And
Yep.
he did.
And I believe, did
Maybe.
Dodos hit the 2-run home run earlier in the game? Has he got all the RBIs for the Warbirds?
Trying to
Or was that game? Was
No,
that
it
game
was a
2?
double.
That was game
we
2.
Saw a
That was game
double
2.
early
Yeah,
on
yeah.
here. Saw a 2-run double.
Chris Warfield has been running up the votes using. I can't believe Chris Warfield's the face of PLW.
Hey,
I
spend your points on that.
just barely edges out Trench Pacone and all of our friends in the chat betraying Trench. And I guess now that he's on the Legends, no one likes Trench anymore.
Maybe not. I
Yeah.
got 1 vote. I'm happy.
I still
but
like Trench.
I think
Trench and I are still friends, I think. At least I hope so.
I think so too. I mean, I wasn't on his team, but
Trench, one of the friendliest guys out here. Really could fit in on any team. Made him a great trade piece.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I believe the Warbirds were another team in the running for Picone, as Petricus gets the easy ground out there. Now just 2 outs away, but Casey Taravella coming to the plate, trying to get a spark in this Legends lineup. Rips that one.
Oh, great play.
Oh, and another one goes out into the left field, and KJ LaCroix looks like it's 5:03. Let's see.
5:03 here.
Let's see what the other umpires have. It looks like everybody's got over 5. That's going to be safe. Just over that 5-second limit on making a play on a ground ball, and you could tell Merciel out there thinks he should have had that one. A great fielder, makes a great stop there, gives KJ a chance to make the play, but unable to keep it in front of him as that ball trickles into left field. And just those 0.3 of a second, the difference.
Yeah, it is. 0.3 of a second can make the difference between a loss and a win.
That brings the tying run to the plate, too. Billy Osgood. Knuckleball, swing and a miss.
Pitch.
Got him, and that's going to bring Garcia to the plate. Garcia with that big opposite field shot to tie the game.
Can he do it again?
Just 2 innings ago, I believe.
Can he do it again?
Rips that one, gets under it. Buck Burner makes the catch.
That's going to be the ball game.
And you hear some jubilation out of those Warbirds, happy to win this series. That was a huge win for the Warbirds. You can see the big win, and it looks like we're going to get a poll for who should come up to the booth. And
I know who gets my vote.
I hope Jim Dodos is in that poll.
I know who gets my vote. I know we saw him up here last night.
Yeah, I know he's always up here as an announcer, but I want to hear about that performance from Dodos.
I mean, what? Did he get out twice, maybe tonight? Once? Twice?
An incredible series between the Warbirds and Legends, back and forth. The Warbirds winning games 1 and 3, and you see them they were really pumped up after that Game 3 win. That is something you don't normally see. A different, a little more heart in that Warbirds clubhouse this season.
Yeah,
more so than we've seen in the past.
They definitely look great. Petricus looked great. That's big.
Absolutely,
when you had your 3 starter doing something like that. There's not a whole lot you can do as the other team.
Yeah, the Warbirds really pumped up here. Looks like we may be getting a poll, or maybe we just got to pick somebody. If there's not a poll on that screen in the next couple of minutes, I think we're just going to go down and grab Dodos. What do you think about that?
Yeah, someone said don't need
It looks
a poll,
like we
right?
looks like we have 100 Dodos mentions in the chat.
Am I going to grab Dodos?
Yeah, so you go grab Dodos.
Here we go.
Here we go. Just kidding.
Here we
Just
go.
kidding. Looks like Dodos is going to run away with this poll, but we're going to go through the motions anyway, folks. Stick with us. We will be right back with an interview in just about 20 seconds.
Yeah, 30. It's climbing.
Let's roll that bump.
All right. And I will be right back, folks. If anything changes, though, we will grab someone else. But right now, it looks like it is clearly Dodos, and I will go grab him.
Looks like we're going to stick around. And Jim Dodos with 40 votes. I think it's safe to say you're going to be grabbing Jim Dodos. We got the poll up there. Jim with 91% of the vote. We're going to give that poll just another couple of minutes, but I have a hard time seeing anyone but Dodos winning that poll. He's got 47 votes, 90% of the votes. Jim, how you doing? Looks like you're running away with this poll. Has not officially ended, but let's see that booth camera introduce Jim Dodos here in the booth with me. Jim, great series, that huge clutch home run, 2-run shot to give you guys the 4-2 lead, seal the deal in Game 3. Tell me about that at bat.
Yeah, I mean, a little overwhelmed.
You're a broadcaster, aren't you? You should know better than anyone.
No, it feels better when we get the W's, you know?
Absolutely,
Maddie, head off to Maddie for grinding out some tough innings there on the mound. Those guys are good hitters. The Legends are going to come into form.
He seemed like he was really in control the whole beginning of that game. Then there was that one shaky inning where the Legends started to get on him, the home run from Garcia. And talk to me a little bit about you guys bouncing back. You did it a few times this series. That's something, a lot of times the Warbirds kind of used to roll over.
Right.
But it seems like this season you got a new swagger. You guys were really pumped up. And, what changed?
I think we're being doubted a lot. I think a lot of the guys got a chip on their shoulder, and we've tired of fighting relegation, So we know these series are important, and get some wins under the belt early. And hats off to the Legends for those guys are tough. Those guys are going to be a force in the league. Those guys can hit and made some good additions on defense too. So just having a lot of fun. It's a purple patch of form. I've been playing the game long enough to understand that this stuff doesn't last. So you guys got to enjoy it and be in the moment when it's going good.
Absolutely. You were absolutely going off tonight. We got a highlighted message in the chat. Jim, how do you prepare for your games on your off days?
I don't. I didn't swing a bat all
no practice?
winter. No.
Is that the secret? Should I stop practicing?
No, the secret is the schedule change. And I think Ibarra talked about it when I interviewed him. We get a half hour to practice before games and take BP and get in the swing, get stretched, get loose. That's huge. I'm 35, so I can't. I got to stretch.
I think a lot of people are happy with the having a little more warm-up time.
Right. You're not running from work
loose.
And getting in here and starting at 5.
Exactly.
6 o'clock start has been great, and I'm able to get my body loose and prepare that way.
All right, we got to talk about the Superman dive in the middle of Game 3, saving a run, an incredible catch. That was maybe a foot away from being a triple off the container off the bat of Billy Osgood. You went full extension, completely horizontal. Did it hurt hitting the ground?
Yes, it did. It did. It was just kind of a reaction play. The ball was hit hard. I kind of just picked a spot where the ball was going to end up and got it right that time. So
that was a fantastic play. Can't wait to see that on replay.
Yeah, that was one of those just reaction plays.
Just completely deflated the Legends too. Thought they had a triple to lead off, and then followed up with a double. So definitely saving a run as well.
Yeah. I want to win this year. Warbirds. We're always kind of that middle of the pack team fighting relegation, and it may be the same this year. But we're gonna at least put a fight towards the cause. And that game 1 win, I think, does a lot for our morale.
Dos is a god, and
it's just
hard
a purple
to disagree.
patch, guys.
I mean, what's your batting average now? You batting 600? You've got to be damn near close.
Yeah, I try to I wear the commentator hat and worry about that stuff. But when I wear the player hat, you just got to stay focused and take it a bat at a time and understand that you're in a good run of form and just enjoy it. And that's it. You just got to enjoy it and understand that it's not always like this. So
Jim Dodos
tougher times
in the red Warbirds jersey having a red hot start to this spring season. Just been absolutely, no one's been able to get you out whatsoever.
Right.
And if they do, it seems like they're getting lucky. So absolutely great start. I hope you don't keep it up against us, though.
Right, yeah. Still a lot of games to play, so you got to stay grounded and scratch a few more wins. Those are 2 really gutty wins by our club.
Yeah, we had a poll here at the end of Game 3, who's the face of PLW, and it said that Chris Warfield won the poll over Trench Pacone.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about that? I was very surprised by that.
No, Warfield.
A lot of people saying he's buying votes.
He's owning from he's a remote owner at the moment. He's maybe.
He has been active in the chat.
Yeah,
very active in the
I know
chat.
he's watching. So hopefully we made
friends
him
with
happy.
a lot of these
he wasn't
fans.
too happy with the Birds last week against the Ones, but coming off a 10-day layoff, that's a really big series for us. We haven't played in a while. So,
we got another question from JC Cox. Do you miss Santa Maria style barbecue? Is that a little home?
I love that.
California?
Yes, it's hard to find out here. It's tough to find the wood out here, to get the open pit going. So I love that question. But it's tough to find the red oak. That's the key out here. So too much propane barbecue out in Vegas, but Echo and Rig out in Summerlin does a good job with red oak steaks out here. So I get it that way.
Alrighty, thank you, Jim. I'll let you go celebrate with your team.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely fantastic performance here today, and perhaps we'll see you as Player of the Week yet again. That was quite the offensive display you put on, but we'll see how the rest of the week shakes out. Thank you all for tuning in to Premier League Wiffle here on a beautiful Thursday night in Las Vegas, Nevada. Warbirds versus Legends. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. for Sandvipers. My Sandvipers take on the Lightning. Should be a great series.